And then once you're on
Boom,
YouTube, look
boom,
to
boom,
always
boom, bang, bang, boom, boom.
and
It's not the faithful ones
click
in the
on the
room.
link that's live.
Okay, and
It's
welcome to the
just
always
started.
faithful
So hold
24/7
on a
podcast.
second. You don't see it live.
And let
It's
me see
just
if I can
started.
find my stuff here. There you go.
And then you get
Welcome to
on.
always
You
faithful
can ask
24/7
questions.
podcast.
We'd appreciate it.
And we are live on all major platforms: YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All right. If you want to come join the conversation, please call that number or by video. Go to
Yes,
the link in
that's
the
the
description
podcast.
of the comment
We're
section.
live.
All right.
But we're not live quite
And
yet. So
No, we're
wait.
live.
Oh, we're live now.
I'm your boy Ryan.
So there
I'm
should
your
be a
lead
live. There
host.
should be a live
I got
feed
my
coming up.
brother, my co-host, my brothers, of course. I got Jizzle, Chuck, and a
Trying to get
newcomer,
you on
Maverick.
tonight.
What's up, going? What's on,
Good. What's
brothers?
good? What's
What's up,
good?
fam? What's going on?
Happening.
So, what you guys got? Let me see here. What we got here? So, what's been on, guys? How you guys been?
All right.
Man,
We're
I
back,
tell you
guys.
what,
We're
I've been
back.
really good, man.
You see
We're
the
back.
comment lower right corner?
Oh man, I tell you, this off season is gonna be crazy.
So right now
That's how I
live.
feel.
It's gonna be the longest one. It's gonna be the longest off season, man.
I mean,
I've been
yeah.
like David Chappelle when he was a crackhead, like scratching. Like anybody got more of them Trey Lance highlights for your boy? You know?
Hey, hold on now. Is it gonna be a long season because you just like excited and just ready for the next season to start, or what? I mean, how is it?
Nah, it's gonna be a long season because this peep game. I feel like I never saw nobody get as much hate as Trey Lance coming in before he could play meaningful snaps. You know what I mean? And so we got these haters that are already saying he's a bust or he ain't ready and all that. So it's gonna be a long season for me to be able to show them. You know what I mean?
I mean, will one of those haters be Joe Money, Joe Cool?
Hey, I called him a hater on the show already. Like that was a hater move. Not so- you know, I always gonna have love for Joe. Always gonna have love for Joe. Like real talk. But like you as a quarterback in that position, you would never ever tell another guy coming up, "Hey, you ain't never gonna be ready." You ain't gonna, or imply that he's never gonna be ready without him even having a chance. You know?
I mean, I heard
'Cause you're-
somewhere that Steve Young himself was like, "Damn, I was able to hurry up and trade the man already because he wanted to play." Yeah.
trade who? Trade who?
Joe Montana when he was behind Joe Montana, it was a I heard
Always
somewhere he was
faithful
talking about
24-7.
Always, yeah. Say.
Always faithful 24-7.
Yeah.
When we put it on the screen
Bro.
for you, here you go. Right here,
Good.
here you go.
It's a live feed.
It's right there on the screen. Look, it's on the
They
screen
got
right
it, bro. No, they got it. They got it, bro.
Okay.
But
I got all
no,
set up for you guys. Don't worry.
I heard somewhere that Steve Young
The
was
live,
also
the
like
live.
wishing they would hurry
On the
up and
live
trade
feed.
Joe Montana so he could step on the field.
Of
Maybe
course, yeah.
Nothing else
you
to
feel
do.
like Trey Lance was doing the same, was kind of like thinking the same a little bit.
Nah, man, like he kind of just played his part. You know what I mean? I feel like he just came in like doing everything the right way. He didn't want to step on nobody's toes because he know that man had the locker room before him. You know what I mean? So I feel like Trey Lance was really just playing his part. You know, and he didn't have a coach like Bill Walsh. If you ever watched the Peacock Joe Montana documentary, Bill Walsh was like trying to get rid of Joe Montana because he had a philosophy. I'd rather get rid of a player a year too early than a year too late.
Yeah, too late. Yeah, I know that philosophy. I mean, it's right. He right though. He real about that. I mean,
And real.
look at what we did with Jalen Hurd, bro. We kept this man on the roster for what 3 years. Never seen the field. Never for what?
Yeah, I was very disappointed about him. I had very high hopes on that kid. I really did. Before
Man,
his back got issued, you know.
I already
And
told
we
you how I
cut
feel.
we ended up cutting Ha Clinton Dix, who was playing great in the preseason, and that's what it came down to. Him or Jalen Hurd, we ended up cutting, and we could have used
Oh,
in a
most definitely.
secondary. So that
Most
goes to show you.
definitely.
What's
Yeah.
up, Chuck? What are you doing over there? Come on, talk.
Listen, y'all.
You can talk,
I'm
man. Go right
listening.
ahead. Do your thing, man. Say
Chuck
something.
sitting there, Chuck over there laying down like he watching a movie or something. Look at him, just like he's just waiting on his dinner date.
I can't say too much about Trey Lance because I haven't seen him play, and so that's
But we weren't even talking about Trey Lance right there. We were talking about So what do you think about like keeping Jalen Hurd like last year versus keeping a secondary guy? Did that blow it? Did we blow it by doing that?
Oh, most definitely, man. I
Yeah, most
mean,
definitely. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
cause dude, we needed that secondary, bro. Like for real, we needed that,
it did.
and we pretty much let it skate. Like you talking about, oh, you got this kid, but then again, though, I don't think it's just Kyle Shanahan, bro. I think it's the 49ers organization, man. Cause under Harbaugh, we drafted who? Marcus Lattimore, I think that was his name, from South
Yeah,
Carolina, the running back.
that was Balky. He was drafting everybody with a bad name. Take Carradine, Lattimore, um, oh boy, North Carolina, DN. I can't think of his name.
North
So everybody
Carolina.
that had a tour, yeah, he was a bust. It was the first one they drafted. One of the first for that regime. But
What
anyways,
I understood. That Marcus Lattimore though. I understood that draft right there. I mean, I'm not even mad at that. But everybody else though, you clearly see we got a history of drafting injured
But
players who never really see the field. Now, I'm not even gonna call them busts. I'm just gonna call them injured because I mean, dude, if you've ever played the game, you got injuries that really keep you off the field. You really do.
you're right. Ruben Foster and Kinlaw, you could put them right in that category right now. Ruben Foster had
Ruben
injury
Foster,
concerns
man.
that we ignored, and Kinlaw, he came in with a bad knee, and we just like pushed it aside and just drafted him, and in the top part of the first round, and like, man, he's we ain't even really seen this dude on the field. Like now, you got like dudes like DJ Jones making him irrelevant, and that's your first rounders. You don't want to be irrelevant on first rounders. You don't want to strike out on those.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
very upset. I was very upset about Ruben Foster because I thought he would be a high hook guy, but then when he got hurt and then he went out of the tunnel, we haven't seen him since.
When was that? Yeah, because I mean that name. It's been about what, some years now, right? At
About
least?
4 or 5 years now, I think.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5
It's
years.
decision making with that dude too, because I remember in the combine he cussed out the nurse or something and walked out of the combine, and then
Yep.
Right.
he kept getting
I
caught
remember
with the
that.
same girl and snuck her in the hotel room. If they say you're not supposed to see her no
He
more.
did it again. He did it again.
How's
He went back and did the same thing again.
And see things
You
like
just hit
that,
live
man.
chat, live
I
chat.
know, but here's the
You
thing.
already know.
After Kyle Shanahan and John Litz give him a chance to come back again,
He doesn't
did,
see it.
and then all of a sudden he does it again.
He's on.
I've already told you.
It's in the
I don't
comment.
know.
Tell
I
him
don't
it's in
know
the
how many
comment.
other people.
It's in the comments, Paul. It's really easy to find, bud. It's in the comments. It's really easy to find.
Hold on one second.
Go to comments. It's in the comments. It's in there. Yeah. Before we continue on, shout out to Mark. I know he won't be available tonight. Shout out to Mark. And I know Troy said he would try to, but if he doesn't,
What are you
shout
trying to
out
get
to
him to
Troy.
do, Coach?
All right,
It's in
guys.
the
Come on,
comments.
brothers.
Live chat. Get live chat.
No, he's not even there though. Like he's fine. He found the
We
24/7.
have our first comment, and
But nothing
it is Troy from the Faithful Boys. What up, Troy? What's up,
Troy?
fellas?
I know, but I'm just like,
Represent for the fans.
I
Love y'all, bros.
Like,
We love you too, brother. We love you.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna ask him.
Ask
Look.
Ryan.
Here you go.
Ask Ryan.
Hey.
Shout out to Troy and Ben Good.
So, anyways, they're trying to figure out how to way to get on. I don't know what's going on with them, but he's saying so they don't see a live feed for us right now. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I don't know how you wouldn't see it.
I don't
Just forget it then.
I know. That's why I'm just like I'm about to be done here in a second. It's like looking on.
Yeah, we're live. He's showing you on the thing, bro. Just tell him back out and go back in it again. Start doing some stuff to figure it out, bro.
I got him.
What the fuck?
Hey, Paul, tell your friend we are live.
We're live, bro.
Section.
All right.
Go to the comment section. It's so easy to use.
See,
I'm
found
It's
it.
kind of common sense. It's kind of common sense, man. You gotta have some common
Paul, you
sense.
hear me? Can Paul hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Paul, tell your friend to go to the YouTube one, not the Twitch one. Go to
Yeah, YouTube one.
Yes.
Not Twitch
Yeah,
one, not the green one.
Reset it if you have to.
The red one. The red one. Go to the red
Hunter's
one.
gonna chime in now. We're good.
Go to the red one. Not the green and purple one. That's Twitch.
For Chrome, yeah.
Go to YouTube.
I think some people are not that tech savvy. Like
Yeah,
what
that's
it
the
is.
problem.
You gotta be able to. You gotta be able to
I was
handle
gonna
this
say, I know we're
technology.
live because it says live on my side, and I ain't putting no videos. We didn't say nothing bad. And it's past 7 minutes, so we're good with cursing now. We're good at cursing. You want to curse? F it all. Just messing.
Right.
So,
I'm sorry
You'll
for
meet them when you get in. Just get in.
Hey Chuck, want to say something?
no, I'm good. I'm
Sit
good.
down,
You good?
please.
Yeah.
Got
What
5
do
people
y'all,
watching.
what do y'all think about Washington?
Come on,
Washington,
faithfuls.
they got a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, you can comment in the comments.
Not really. They got one first, and they're not gonna trade that for Jimmy G. So like, let's get that fallacy out of it. So yeah, that'd be nice. That's nice for them. They're not gonna trade. I heard something crazy though. The crazy thing I heard is they talking about trading Chase Young for an elite quarterback though. But that wouldn't be Jimmy G. You know what I mean? They do that for Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, or Deshaun Watson.
Hey,
Listen, man.
Jizzle, is your friend Paul the guy that he's talking to? Is he going off his phone or his laptop or desktop?
He's going off his phone. He's going off his phone today.
I'll go off my phone, or do you want me just to jump in?
Okay, it should work no matter what. Just go to.
He said, "Yeah." You send him the link in the comments, right?
Yeah, it's right in there. There's 5 of them in there. There's 5 of them.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them in there.
You gotta hold off for a minute, bro. I'm trying to get on.
I got you. No problem.
Yeah.
It's real easy to use, man. It's real easy.
It's real easy, bro. I already know if I was on the other end, I'd be right in there, bro.
Hey Chuck, how you enjoying your movie? You enjoying your movie so far?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Y'all haven't said nothing for me to chime in yet for anything. So
I'll go to the first question. Want me to? I mean,
Hey,
You want me to give me your phone, bro? You're not even in
You
YouTube.
want Jizzle to answer the other questions we did on Monday?
I don't care. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, what was that question?
The questions that we did on Monday. You want Jizzle to answer them?
I already have.
I mean, yeah, it's totally. Yeah, go ahead.
There you go,
let's see his thoughts on 'em.
Jizzle. Here's your question, bud, for us.
All right. What's the question?
You're right there on the bottom. Thoughts on the right guard situation? Do we need to upgrade?
I think we do, especially if we lose Lake and Tomlinson. You know what I mean?
I think we will.
That's big.
I got you, brother.
I think we will.
And
I think we will,
You
honestly.
can explain to him about this one there, Maverick.
Sign in.
What that means.
Oh,
what it
yeah.
stands for.
Sign in.
Okay.
Jizzle, that's the one. That's the one I was talking about right here. The word justifying. I mean, we all know what it means, but when it comes to the NFL, when they're using words like that, are they trying to scare you, or are they trying to get bait you? Like that's what I'm talking about.
I know. I already have. Well,
So
I already
so that words come from the Washington Commanders. It comes from the Washington Commanders, like you just said. They won't even give us a. You don't even think they'll give us that 11th pick.
Nah, if you look at the way it's looking, the Niners are already asking for a second now. They already kind of know what the feedback is on the feeders that they've been sending out on Jimmy. So we already know we're going for a second round pick. So and that's fine.
Do you think that we'll get a first maybe for him or no? From anybody?
Pittsburgh will be the one. I think they're the most desperate, and like he fits their team perfectly. Like that's exactly what Chuck was talking about on Monday.
See, everybody keep talking about Pittsburgh and everything. I mean, I don't mind that, but at the same time, we also forgetting about the Broncos calling about Aaron Rodgers, and if they make that happen, then Pittsburgh might just pull the trigger and go for Russell Wilson because Deshaun Watson is uncertain at the moment until all his court cases or allegations or whatever get tossed out the window. So if those two quarterbacks right there move,
I hope you know how to do that at least. If you can't, then I can't.
If those two guys move right there, I mean, then what the market look like for Jimmy? Let's just say Aaron goes to Denver, Russell goes to Pittsburgh. What does the market look for Jimmy then?
Man, I think it increases his value because then all those people filled their spot, and if you're the last person that need a QB, it's ugly. You're gonna have to pay whatever the price is and more.
So you really believe that boosts up his value?
I do.
If
Because
those two guys go on the move,
yes, it does. Because um, they're gonna whoever's the last team that needs a QB, you got to pay a king's ransom now because you the last one to fill your spot. And this quarterback class is horrible.
but see, I think it's the other way around though. Honestly, if those two quarterbacks stay put, then I feel like it rises on Jimmy's stock value.
Shout out to Troy and Faithful Boys. Take the
He said-
second and run. I agree with that 100%.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that too all day. I'll
That means
take
we'll
a
have
second
two
and third.
twos. We'll have two twos.
Listen, I would take a third and run with it right now. I'm not
Man,
even
all
gonna
day.
be greedy. But
What
yeah,
about
I
you?
really
What about
feel
you, Chuck? What do you think, bud? Sorry I cut you off there, man.
Take the second and run with it. I'm all right with that.
Okay, cool.
I just don't make the right pick in the second round.
I'm just saying.
Don't make a wrong pick and then toss your team. You know. And that's my question. What would we pick? in the
Somebody's on
second?
the phone.
It's her.
Oh.
Dude, we gotta go with
Hold on. I can't do
O
all that.
line.
Hold on.
Technology.
I'm trying to figure it. Hey, so there's no comments under our link. That's what they're worrying about right now.
They're all in there. I'll do another one. I have no problem doing another one. Hold on.
Yeah, I see the links.
You see the comments, right, guys?
You see the links?
Yeah, I see the links.
Okay, and they're in the link. They're in the link is inside the comments on your side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do another one that refreshes it. Here you go. Maybe this will work.
Okay, well, yeah.
Hey guys, put another one in there. I'll put 3 more in there.
You just sent 3 more.
Yeah, I just went 3 more right now. Here you go. There's 3 more.
Yep, I see them.
They comment.
Are they
Make
at the
sure-
bottom? Or are they top right? Where are the links at? 'Cause I don't even see them. I don't know.
They're
I'm
right
on-
in the comment
I'm on-
section.
Right where you
in the comment
the
section.
chat group part.
Oh, the
Oh,
chat
yeah,
room
chat.
part.
I
Go
mean,
to,
I saw-
go
I
to
saw
live.
that.
So you got to go to live chat. You got to go to live chat first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
live chat.
to
First.
live chat.
What about getting me live?
Just go to live chat first.
Get me on live.
Yeah, make sure you go. And Paul, make sure he goes to the YouTube one, not the Twitter one. I mean, Twitch. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Twitch.
No, he's on that one.
Yeah, go to YouTube one. You'll should pop right in
I
there,
think
man.
it's-
I'm telling you.
What about you,
Someone
though,
from
Chuck?
YouTube.
Real quick.
Are you on the app or you're on the internet
What?
one?
If
You don't got the YouTube app.
If Russell
app.
Wilson and Aaron Rodgers was to move from the NFC,
Right.
how do you
Exactly
feel
Yeah, the
about
app,
Jimmy
the app,
Garoppolo?
YouTube app.
Up or down?
Hey, I want to ask just one thing about that one other question. Just hold that question you just said. Okay, hold that to your thought.
YouTube app.
If we get a first, Jizzle, I'm gonna bounce off Chuck what he said last Monday. Do you think we
I'll do it
trade
for
that
you, bro.
first for 2 other ones, or back up in the draft with that first?
I think it's a big possibility that we trade up and make a big splash, get that safety or that edge guy.
Okay, go ahead, Maverick. Hey, bud. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I mean, cut you off like that. My bad.
No. You good? You good?
You remember what you were about to say, right? Hope you do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just listening. I
Yeah,
just
Coach,
listened
you
to
phone
what
up.
Jizzle just said. You know, making that big splash with that pick. Because I'm for one. I believe we need to use all those picks and just build.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need to be playing around at all this year because I mean, people already hating on Trey Lance already, and that's not right for a guy who hadn't took a snap just yet. And you so hung up on the last quarterback that was just playing to where you don't even want to give this kid a chance. You want to bring in a old guy to trying to take us to the ship like he can't do it. So
Right.
I've seen a comment somewhere that it said the Super Bowl window is pretty much up to Trey Lance.
So do you have a chat box?
In a way, I'm like,
right next to where you can like.
I mean, after watching that video of him that Javier put out, after watching that video, man, it was just like, you can't seriously tell me that this kid was not ready this whole time. Like, there's no way.
Right.
There's no way in hell. 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks go by. Oh, he's not ready. He's not ready. The man clearly even said he learned the playbook already, but That Arizona game showed me that Kyle ain't had no faith. He ain't know what the hell he wanted to do. But then that Houston game, once Lance got comfortable, you seen Kyle get comfortable. I really feel like those two feed off of each other, and I really feel like Trey Lance is gonna take Kyle's offense to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Gosh, coach.
A whole. I'm talking about. Listen, so much to a whole nother level to where Colin Kaepernick himself couldn't have ran that offense. I promise you that.
I was waiting for. I didn't want to disrespect you by Maverick by cutting you off. I mean, but here you go.
You're on.
So you're on.
I'm on.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, Ryan. Good seeing you guys.
What's up, brother? Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, Troy and Chuck, for having me again.
No problem, man. Got you.
I'm on it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Now we're gonna have to listen to Paul twice.
Yeah, I'm live. Thank you, Troy and Chuck.
It's all good, man. It's all good, dude.
Sorry about the echo.
I know you guys are in the same room. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a buddy of mine to get on the feed and then chime in.
You can back up. You're fine. Your audio is fine. Your audio is fine. You don't have to worry going close.
Somebody might need to go in the kitchen or something.
Yeah, go. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet.
It's all good, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you for joining, Paul, man. If your friend finally figures out how to do it, then that'd be great. He can pop in there all he wants.
Look at it this way. You got 2 different camera angles now.
All right.
Just don't turn your camera towards him.
All right.
Paul, the same way to you, man. Same team to you.
Hey, I got a question real quick though.
Yeah, man.
Okay, let's say the Deshaun Watson legal troubles get resolved. Do you see Miami making a push for him? And if he did go to Miami, how do you see them looking under Mike McDaniels with Deshaun Watson?
Man, I think it'd be amazing. Big time.
I mean, the AFC is so loaded at quarterback right now. It's tough for anybody from that division to even make a run at the Super Bowl, even though the Chiefs are top favorite, followed by the Bills. But when you look at the NFC, man, we have no quarterback in there, so it's wide open. Even the Detroit Lions have a chance to make the damn Super Bowl this year. Hey,
are you talking about a pick from Miami, or are you talking about just getting a player from them?
Pretty much the question is if Deshaun Watson's legal troubles get resolved.
Is he in Miami? Is that where Deshaun Watson's at?
Yeah, but I'm just saying
I didn't know he was on Miami even.
No. I'm just saying Miami got the firepower to pretty much go after anybody they want to right now. They got money. They're loaded. So let's just say they did make a push for Deshaun Watson and got him, and you sent Tua over there to Houston. I mean, with Deshaun Watson in Miami, the AFC's already loaded. Where do you see them going with Mike McDaniels?
What's up, Hunter? Okay. Shout out to Hunter. What up, Peabody? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that, but hello, Peabody.
That's for Paul. That's for Paul.
That's for me, you guys.
Paul. Okay. Is
Yeah,
that your buddy,
Hunter?
Is that your buddy? Okay. Is that your buddy? Okay.
Yeah,
hey, Hunter, it's really easy to use, man. It's really easy to use. Just go to the comment section and just come right in.
He just did it.
No, but I thought your friend was trying to do it. I thought that's what you're trying to talk about. Your friend Hunter.
He's trying to get on live.
Oh, he was trying to. Okay, he was trying to get in the comments and do a comment. Okay, I thought he was trying to do a come in the show. Okay, I got you.
No, we're just getting me on the show. Hunter will come later.
Okay, no problem. I got you. No problem, man. So yeah, man, that'd be a blockbuster, I think.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, Chuck. Go ahead, bud.
I said that was. I agree with you, Ryan. That'd be a blockbuster.
And we would get a pick from Miami. What pick does Miami have in first round?
Well, they have our 29th. They have our 29th pick.
29 is okay.
How would we get a pick from them, though? I mean, how does that involve us?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, I was finna say.
Yeah.
Hunter got some questions.
Hunter, what position
Okay.
does Niners go after in the draft?
Safety, in my opinion.
You talking about
DB.
the first? You talking about all the picks, or are you talking about what are
He's
definitely?
talking about the first, second, the second round.
Okay, I got you.
61.
Definitely a corner or a DB or a safety. One of those two.
Correct.
Remember, my first 4 draft picks was edge.
No, I thought you
Yeah,
said. I thought you said two
Edge
DBs.
number 1. Edge number 1.
Yeah, I had edge and I had 2 DBs on there and I had an O line on there.
I
as
love
well.
the idea about the
Yeah.
edge. Love that. I love that idea.
Edge O-line and secondary.
Dude, that'd be three edges we're going to get in last four drafts.
Hold on though. But I'm saying, speaking of edge though, what y'all think about Dante Fowler? Everybody's talking about him right now.
Yeah,
So
I
what's
know.
y'all
I seen it
thinking
too.
about
I seen it too.
I
I
mess
don't
with
mind
that.
getting them. I don't mind them.
I mess with that.
You want that? I mean, what he's like 20? He's still in his
It
20s.
depends on the price. It depends on the price.
Yeah, that's so true.
Now, if we get him for a good price,
I don't know. I mean, who do we look at? Simpson Ebukam right now, I think he's like what, 8 to 10 mil. So Dante would probably be about what for 1 year deal.
I say about 5, 6.
Okay. Oh, you talking about the first pick? The first pick, well, it'll have to be an edge for me.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. We need our edge because D4 goes, and whatever happened with Kinlaw, we're definitely getting in our edge, no matter what.
Yeah. And if it's not if you don't go with edge on the first pick, you gotta go with DB.
That was my second one too. You talk about DB, yep. And just so you know, Chuck, I was watching our last show, and when you said about DB, when Maverick said something about DB, he didn't mean DE, defensive end. He meant defensive back.
I turned yours way down.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. DB, defensive back, for defense. So yeah, I agree with that 100%. And I know defensive end be my number 1. Second one is DB. Do you guys think we're going for another running back?
I definitely think we should be. We need an explosive running back besides Elijah Mitchell. I want Moser to be one of our re-signs. You feel me? But if not, we need to get one of those home run hitters, that fits this outside zone scheme everywhere. You know what I mean? It's still echoing.
I know, it's not because
Go another room. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, hold on, Ryan.
No problem, man. No problem. Got you.
I
got you.
Do you think?
I got you right here. I got you, Chuck. Here you go. You read out loud. Read out loud, Chuck.
Do you think there is a curse at the new stadium? Because we get close and not get it done year after year.
What do you think, Chuck?
I don't know. I just think we got injuries, and Raheem Mostert got injured. So no, I think we just got draft right.
I'll go next after Chuck. Yes, I think there is a curse in that stadium. I'm sorry to say. There is. Thank God we did not put turf in that stadium. That's all I have to say. Because what happened to Bosa? Dude, man, that shit's crazy. It is. Dude, New York, the Giant Stadium and Jet Stadium, or whatever you call that freaking place again. But that injury was bad for Bosa. It was. I can imagine what you went through.
I have to agree. I honestly think we're cursed. Every time we moved to Levi Stadium, like we lost 2 Super Bowls, and like we've been right there every time. We get to multiple NFC championships, and I feel like the vibe is different, man. And just coming up from growing up in Cali, going to Candlestick Stadium, it's like, man, like something to be said about like building your your identity in a certain place and then trying to leave it and establishing a new identity. I mean, it's something to that. You know what I mean? I can't put my finger on it to say if it's exactly a curse, but it's something to it where you know what I mean. You lose something. I think when you move.
Let me piggyback off of that real quick. The word
Mhm.
identity that you said. I understand what you mean, but at the same time, I feel like when it comes to being 49ers, the fans are the 49ers identity. So it doesn't matter where we play, where we lay our heads, we show up every Sunday when we need to win or lose. That's the identity of the 49ers, the faithfuls. You hear me? And turf, honestly, I could say I've played on both grass and turf coming on growing up, and I've sustained more injuries on
Okay.
grass than I
Hmm.
have on turf.
Okay.
For the simple fact is the shoes. You got cleats, and I'm playing regular shoes. I mean, you a kid growing up in the projects. You used to running barefooted, so it's kind of like, you know, hey, you give me that fake grass. It's just running like barefooted as well. So guess what? But I understand what these players mean. They play on turf way too much now than they did back then. So I'm with them.
Go,
Change it.
Paul. Go, Paul.
Uh, you want my 2 cents?
Yes, sir.
Well,
I'll
let's
bounce off of
go.
you. I'll bounce off of you and Maverick. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
The only thing about being a season ticket holder is the stadium does have a atmosphere with the heat that does play in the role with how teams
That's what
play, even our team play. There's a way this stadium is built, and it's a little bit different than most. So, do we have a heat atmosphere advantage, or do we not? And then depends on where you're sitting, I guess. So, if you're asking me about the stadium advantage, the guests come in, they get the sunny side of our stadium, the whole game for the most part, unless it's a Sunday night or Monday night game. And that's my answer to that one.
I got you, Paul. Thanks, man. I tell you right now, Maverick, you stole my thunder again.
It was a good
Nah,
reply.
my
Let
fault.
me let me
No,
say something real
I
quick,
wasn't.
though.
Well,
Like
no,
whenever
before
y'all
you go,
get out
before
to
you go,
Levi
Chuck,
Stadium,
Jizzle, hold on 1 second, because I
all
was
right.
gonna say something about the fans. If it wasn't for the fans coming in that stadium flooded out like they always do, that stadium would never be exist with us.
That's why I answered it that way. Yep.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead,
Yep.
Jizzle, bud. Go ahead, Jizzle, brother.
Yep.
But I'm saying whenever y'all can get out here to Levi Stadium, man, we got a tailgate. It's gonna be a tailgate waiting for y'all. You know what I mean? So
Oh, for
you
sure,
need to
for
do that
sure.
when you can.
I may
Yeah,
just have to
fellas.
take a road trip from Florida to Cali. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
you got
because I
to,
want the
bro.
scenery. Just
Right.
because I want to see the scenery. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Flying,
you
you
will
can't
love
really
it.
see nothing.
You will love it, man. It's like, man, it'd be like a tribal experience, man. Just like it's Niner gang, and you going to where it started. It's like a pilgrimage. You know what I mean?
Oh, for it. But what was I gonna say, man? My son said something earlier, and it was very very interesting. And he's not even okay. First of all, he's a Patriots fan. All right,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. You got a Niners
My wife
fan, a
is too. My wife
Patriots
is too.
fan. Oh, but check
You
this
gotta
out though.
love
My little
TB12, huh? TB12.
my my little one is a Bucks fan. He loved TB12, and the oldest loved TB. I
Yeah.
mean, they
TB12.
Brady. Oh yeah, but check this out though. His thought was, what if Aaron Rodgers came to Tampa with the weapons that Tampa have now?
Oh yeah.
under Bruce Arians. I mean, like, wow, that
That'd be a
was an
perfect fit.
It'd be a fun experiment, huh?
I mean, dude, can you imagine that though?
It'd be a perfect fit to me if you ask me.
Could you
Like,
see it?
because they got a good running game, but not a good enough running game to take away from where Aaron Rodgers does. They got the receivers to spread you out with Godwin, Mike Evans, and it's going to be Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller. She said, "Let's go Bucks." Who's that? We got a
Let's
Bucks
go
fan.
Bucks, right?
Thank you for
Yeah.
comment,
But
Megan.
see,
Thanks for Megan. Thank you. Let's go
but see,
Bucks.
his only thought process for that move was simply because, like, well, if you keep getting to the playoff every year and this one team called the 49ers that keep getting in your way and keep beating you, knocking you out the playoff no matter what team you have, the Bucks have beaten the Niners on several occasions, so why not Aaron Rodgers go over there with that team and be able to do that? So I'm sitting here like, huh? Wait, what? Are you
It
serious
makes
right
a lot
now?
of sense. It do.
It
But
really does.
knowing that he's a Cali kid, I think
Chemistry.
chemistry. I think chemistry will be fine. I think Aaron Rodgers ideally will want to play with non-inclement weather, like he would like to. To be honest with you, he would like to go to the dry weather and go to the Raiders. If there's some way they could do a Derek Carr trade or something like that, I think that's where he would be. And plus, stay
Now,
close to the West Coast. He don't want to leave too far away from it.
this is another thing he said. Jimmy G, he think Jimmy G will look good in the Raiders black and on silver.
Well, all I know is I'm going to that game in Vegas, and I hope Jimmy G go there because it's gonna just make more drama for, you know. First, I thought Jim Harbaugh was gonna take that job. I just had a feeling, it looked more likely he was gonna take the Minnesota job, but come to find out, he just used the NFL as leverage to get another contract from Michigan. But if you put Jimmy G on the Raiders, we got some drama cooking,
Derek
for that
Carr?
Raiders.
Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
I just said,
I mean, what do you do with Carr?
Trade him.
So you'll send Carr to the NFC? You'll send him to Green Bay?
I'd rather have Carr than
That's what you
Garoppolo,
do. Because Green Bay don't want to give up on Aaron Rodgers without getting another quarterback back. They don't trust Jordan Love. So you would have to give up something. You have to come off that. And maybe even a pick with Derek Carr. But that's how that would happen.
But I'm saying,
and
but they're not making that change.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
Dude, Derek Carr is one of the top
that
10
was a
quarterbacks in the league, and you're going to replace him with Garoppolo?
No.
I mean,
it'd be Derek Carr going to Green Bay, bro, and he's going to
Okay.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Now you see it, and they'll add a pick. The Raiders would have to add a pick with that, but they would get, everybody win, so to speak. And Aaron Rodgers is going to try to leverage his way to a West Coast team, as West Coast as it could be. Where we
can argue that. We can argue that.
Hold on. Are you talking about? Are you involving Jimmy? Are you involving Jimmy G, Derek Carr, and Aaron Rodgers in the three-way trade?
No. No.
Or you're just talking about straight up Green Bay and
straight up. That's a trade I see that would happen just straight up. You trade Derek Carr, they give you Aaron Rodgers. You'd have to give up a pick, of course, too, because it's not a trade.
My son was talking about Jimmy G over there in the Raiders.
Yeah, so then what do they do? Then what do they do with Derek Carr?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, because what happens to Derek Carr then? You have to trade him somewhere else.
But I mean, there's been.
But you're not getting rid of Derek Carr for Jimmy G, though.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But there's been talks about Derek Carr might end up somewhere else. I have not heard any confirmation on Josh McDaniels keeping him.
I keep it a buck, bro. Like Jimmy G is not an upgrade over Derek Carr. He's a downgrade.
No, he's not. Hell, I don't I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if that was like any
Yeah.
kind of idea on the table, period. Because I mean, you got to be thinking about all 32 teams sitting
Yeah.
down talking, regardless on if they need a QB or not.
Yeah.
Because you might need, some teams might need another or two more teams to be involved to make some things happen. Because I seriously believe in the trade for Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. You're gonna have to have more than just two teams involved. You got to.
So you would still trade for Derek? You would trade for Watson right now, basically. If you were the Niners or no?
No, if I'm the bro, listen, I'm the Niners. I'm riding with trade.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer on spending my cap where I need to spend it. If I'm spending that type of money, bro, it's gonna get put to use.
Right.
I can't sit
Okay,
here
brother.
and it's that's just how it's got to be. Why buy
Yeah.
a sports car just to sit it in the garage and then wash it every weekend? You don't even drive it just so it don't get dirty. I'm just gonna
Right.
wash it out there. Nah, play that. But Christopher, what do you mean by he gonna pull a KD? What, like leave Golden
I know.
State?
I was actually wondering that too, boss. I was wondering that too. What do you mean, KD? Pull a KD?
Because I know KD pulled out of OKC, went to Golden State and got him 2 rings and took off again. Is that what he's trying to say?
Right.
Where Rodgers gonna pull that off at?
Nowhere.
Because Green
I think what he's trying to say is Aaron Rodgers is going to try to join a super team. So, what team makes him a super team? That if he added himself to the equation, they become a super team. So that's what you have to think.
Well, that's what I'm
But
saying.
you're forgetting all these teams that need a quarterback. Nobody's mentioned anything about the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, but did they become a super team if Aaron Rodgers joins? I don't think so.
They got a coaching situation there though now. So what are you gonna do with the rebuild there though? How much do you trust the rebuild?
What's going on, Lawrence? What's going on, brother? What's happening, fellas?
But
Hey, Lawrence,
wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, we're not going to say he goes in and makes a super team. But Aaron Rodgers is a veteran, and as long as he goes to an AOK team, he can be the key factor.
Well, it's not so much Aaron Rodgers going there and making it a super team. It's already a team put together to where Rodgers is the missing piece. And
with some weapons, right?
Yeah, if you take the New Orleans Saints, they're like 2 wide receivers away from being a Aaron Rodgers super team.
They're a few missing pieces away.
There you go. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about defense because, I mean, as long as you got
I think they might be a lot of pieces away because Kamara, he might have ruined his whole career. Michael Thomas don't want to play for the team no more. They got a lot of things they got to fix.
Right.
Like, I don't think they're Aaron Rodgers away from being a super team. I think if any team that's Aaron Rodgers away from being a super team, and I want Jimmy to go there. But if Aaron Rodgers went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, we could probably have that conversation.
Pittsburgh's a good opportunity. And Pittsburgh is, they need a quarterback. They lost him.
A lot of young weapons.
I tell you what, he goes to Pittsburgh, he'll have one of the best running games he's ever had.
I'll give you guys
Najee Hines, the beast.
I'll give you a sleeper team right out.
I like Jones, but I mean, like, geez, like you said, Harris is a beast, and he's young.
I'll give you a super sleeper team. I don't even know if he would go there, but Minnesota Vikings, bro. If he took over for Kirk Cousins, when you got Jefferson, and you got the other boy they just drafted, the other receiver, they got weapons over there now. And Dalvin Cook.
My only problem with that would be
he ain't going inside
to stay healthy.
Okay.
He would have to stay healthy. That would be my only problem with that. And I'm a Florida State fan.
For sure.
Inside the division too?
Yes, he would want to cook. He would want to have a chance to cook Green Bay twice a year. Yes, he would, bro. Yes. Yes.
So that's the want to, but will it happen? That's the question.
Well, Green Bay ain't gonna let that happen. Listen,
No.
First off, I don't see if it happens, it happens. It's the NFL. Who knows? We're just fans out here speculating. But
Correct.
if I don't see Green Bay trading Aaron Rodgers anywhere within the NFC.
No way. I agree with you.
If once it's official that Aaron Rodgers is getting traded, he's getting shipped over to the AFC, man. And honestly, and you know what? I would not. Honestly, let me see. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. You sit Zach Wilson down. You know, let him learn behind him. Robert Saleh might have something though. I mean, he doesn't have Devontae Parker. I mean, no Devontae Adams. He doesn't have no
But Devontae Adams is going wherever Aaron Rodgers does.
I don't see it. I can't.
No, not
I can't
not
see
They
it.
got they got
That's the best
that
order in the
they
league.
got that
Chemistry.
ability with both of them, and
They
they
would
got
both.
that. Yeah,
They
no,
would both have to take. They would both have to take pay cuts just to play
Yeah, they
together.
would. Yeah.
On both
would.
ends, it ain't just I'm taking one so you can know. Both ends will have to take pay cuts just
Yeah.
to stay together. As a
How bad you want to play together? Do you want it to cut into your chicken, your money? Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
They ain't finna do that, man. I mean, could you imagine Arizona pulling off some crazy trade and get Devontae Adams over there to just shut Kyler Murray up, and you match him up with D Hops?
They said he wants CD Lamb. They said Kyler Murray demanded that they go for CD Lamb. That's what I just heard. But
They play together though, right?
Correct.
they did in college. So here's the thing with and I'm loving all this. I'm loving it, man. I'm eating my popcorn, watching all this stuff go down in the NFC West because it all benefits us. That turmoil that they're having and we're not having. The one thing I said about Kyler Murray though, he has an unprecedented amount of leverage because he can easily say, "I go back to baseball if you don't meet my demand." You feel me? So he got some leverage. Like he might not be tall, but he got leverage on him. You know, them short people got leverage. You know,
The
so
only thing that I'm scared about that is if he did pull that stunt, went to baseball, and trying to pull that stunt with baseball, come back to the NFL, both sides, Major League and NFL, he would lose complete leverage. Because I mean, you burning bridges. Look how you. That's not how you supposed to be doing it.
yeah,
So,
I feel you. When you look
I
at
mean,
it that way, yeah.
Yeah, so he would lose a lot of leverage. So he better be very careful how he's trying to.
It's very close to that Deion Sanders card, so we got to be very close on what we're dealing with. I agree with you, boss.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Dion was that he had an understanding with the NFL, with the team. Kyler Murray is pulling the crybaby stunt right now. Like,
Right.
you know, you don't want to give me what I want. I'm gonna keep crying until I get what I want. That's what he's doing.
But
So, I
we
mean,
heard that there's some like blaming behind the issue. We don't really know what's going on in the organization. They're saying they were trying to blame him for the playoff loss, and he trucked. He looked horrible, but you don't know if they were trying to do that to basically get leverage on his extension. He's expected to be extended already, his contract. You know, picked up his 5th year, and they haven't. So they're playing little games with him too. I'm glad it's happening to their team in our division, and like the turmoil definitely works out in the Niners' favor. That's why I feel about it. But I would like to really move the conversation on to the Trey Lance highlights, man, because we haven't really talked about that.
I mean, I've only seen 3 clips. I don't know how many he put up, but I've only seen like
They
2,
put
3
up
clips.
about like 4 or 5, and like everybody saw the one where he rolled into the side and he looked like Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. He threw a sidearm little ball. Everybody saw that one, right? But there's one where he puts perfect ball placement, and it's 2 guys there, Jimmy Ward and Josh Norman, and
Yeah,
they're
I
both
see
in
that.
perfect position, and you could see the body language from Jimmy Ward
Is that
he
the
was
one in the
supposed
end
to
zone?
go into making a play on it. He kind of shrugged, like, man, damn.
Was that the one in the end zone when the receiver kind of had to go back a little bit?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was towards the end zone.
I don't
Was that
know if
that?
it went into the end zone, but it went to the sideline. And Jimmy Ward just shrugs like, "Damn, that boy put that right the only place that could hurt us." And so
Nah.
What was that?
It's crazy.
What was that one pass he threw a sidearm to? Who was that he threw it to? Do you know?
I don't even know who threw that to, bro. To be
That
honest, I
throw
don't
was
even know.
unreal.
It was an unreal pass. It was like, bro, when I first saw the pass, I thought it was Patrick Mahomes or somebody, bro. Like, it had to be. There's only 3 quarterbacks in the league to make that throw. Like, everybody's like tripping, like, oh, it's just practice. Everybody want to do the AI Allen Iverson on the kid, but that's not the point. Y'all missing the point. For him to even be making these plays is a great sign of showing what he has in his bag, the tools. You know what I mean? Only 3 quarterbacks can make that play, and he's one of them.
And I loved how he ran out of pocket. I love how he just ran out of pocket.
Yeah,
That play.
that's what
That
he
was a
is.
beautiful
People call
throw.
him a running quarterback, and they're like so misguided. And that's why I like you know when you're talking to somebody that knows football, when they're able to diagram or prototype a player. You know what I mean? You where it's easy to pigeonhole him and say he's a running quarterback because that's lazy analysis. But when you look at him moving out the pocket, his head stays down. He's looking deep. Unlike Jimmy Garoppolo, he's looking for a play down the field that can hurt the defense.
Yep. Yeah, especially down the middle.
I'm telling people, he's gonna be our
that was
first.
bread and butter. That was bread and
He's
butter.
gonna be
down
our
the middle.
first 4,000-yard passer in 22 years.
Oh man.
Now, who was the last 49er quarterback to throw for 30 plus touchdowns?
Garcia.
So who's the next one?
I just said Lance.
Try to tell you, but see, you said yours. You said throw for 4,000 yards. I'm talking about touchdowns now. Now, actually,
okay.
give me your touchdown stats on Lance. For real.
Hey,
for this
what
season.
about instead of like being all enamored about how many touchdowns he's going to throw, what about just total touchdowns because he's going to run for some too?
Okay, that's a good point too. Actually,
that's
total
what I
touchdown.
just
I'll give
asked
you passing though. I think he's gonna go for 27 touchdowns and 14 interceptions next year. And everybody will take that, right?
So hold on. That's 27. That's rushing too.
No. 14 interceptions and 27 touchdowns.
But what about rushing?
I mean, I'll give him 3 or 4 rushing too. Let's do it like that. I'll give him 3 or 4 rushing.
Hello.
And I'll give him about 500 yards rushing total.
I feel
now 3 out of 5 rushing. Do you think it's beyond the 10-yard line or is that longer?
He'll get some long ones for sure. You know what I mean? He's not Kaepernick though. Kaepernick
Kaepernick
had that
had speed
gazelle
as well.
like
Kaepernick
that
just run.
here. You know?
I feel like if Trey Lance rushed for 500 plus yards this season, then he looked to run or he was running for his life. I would give him that. But as far as like touchdown stats go, I would go with at least like 25 passing touchdowns and maybe 10 rushing touchdowns, and most of those
10
rushing
touchdowns
coming all from the red zone, baby. All from the red zone. I can see that.
Kind of like that's in the Cam Newton era though, bro. Like that 10 is a lot, bro.
You talking about 17 games now, though, bro.
Just get in the red zone though. That's what he's talking about.
I see the 49ers making a living in the red zone this season.
And I agree with you, boss. I agree with you.
Thank you. I really do see them making a living in the red zone. And you looking at around maybe about 10 yards out, Trey Lance
you roll out.
Yeah.
Play
You
actions.
won't even need to roll out. No play action.
Kittle, Debo, cover me or don't, and I'm running it in if you don't.
Yeah. Seriously. You got Trey Lance, who's a running threat, and he passes.
You better cover Kittle and Debo, or I'm running it in if you don't.
Yeah.
Before you give out your 2 cents there, Chuck, because I know you want to talk for a second.
Yeah.
Now, you're just talking about him running. Do you think that Kyle will let him do it or hold him back?
Kyle's gonna hold him back because Kyle don't want to get no injured
Right.
player.
Yeah.
And if you let him run it in and run it in and run it in, and
I
he can
totally
come
disagree.
he ain't gonna make
running,
it like that.
he'll
Nah,
get
bro.
injured like that.
That ain't it, man. That ain't it. We didn't draft him and pay all these picks for him to be a running quarterback like that. That's what y'all not understanding. He gonna make his running plays, but he ain't gonna be a running quarterback like that. He ain't gonna
He is
see
not
that
going to be next
volume
quarter.
like
He's
that.
not going to be
His
next Kaepernick.
read
not.
options.
He's not going to be next Kaepernick. All he's
No.
going to do is try to
Correct.
gain yards to get enough for at least a first down or maybe 5 or 6 yards. I'm happy with that. Hell yes, I am. I don't want him to be a Kaepernick, just run and kill
No.
his legs
Dude,
and
I mean,
kill whatever he needs.
He's better than Kaepernick, Ryan. He's better than
I
Kaepernick,
know
Ryan.
he's better than Kaepernick, but I just want him to do a full 50-yard run. I don't want to do that.
watching
No,
those North
If he
Dakota
can,
State
if he
highlights,
can, yes. If he can, but if he can't, don't
watching
worry
those
about that.
North Dakota State highlights, man, and I mean, me myself personally playing running back in little league, growing up, semi-pro, and everything. Watching the way this guy run, when he start to run, he starts to run. He's like Debo. When they running, they running. If they got open lane, they gonna be going. So
Oh yeah, I know. I understand that. I do. I understand that. It's just the fact that
Yeah,
I don't
so,
want
I
him
mean,
to
one cut and go.
yeah,
I just
that's
want him to
it.
get hurt. That's all.
If Trey Lance takes off, he's gonna take off. I
One-
don't
Okay,
really
one
see
yes,
him
I understand that.
looking.
Yes, I understand that. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes, I
not gonna
do.
look for him to hit the sideline unless he's running towards the sideline. If I see
Got
him
you.
go
Yep.
up that gut,
There you go.
oh, you best believe he's gonna go. And one thing, and I need him to learn how to slide because I don't
Yes.
think
Yeah.
he knows how to
No head
baseball
first
slide.
stuff. No, I don't want him to do head first stuff.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, most of these baseball pitchers do not know how to slide. I don't know what it is about them, but you play a game to where you need to slide, but yet don't know how to slide. So
You guys remember when
RG3,
Robert
man.
Griffin had
Perfect
third
example,
came into
man.
this league
What
and
kind of
couldn't
career
slide?
would he had if he learned how to slide one, and if Mike Shanahan didn't leave him in that game too long, where it just basically tore his knee up again, and it's just like, man. And I remember when he played for the Washington Redskins at the time. Redskins, they were hiring coaches off the Washington Nationals to teach him how to slide. They would come to the football practice and they would do a slide drill with him. I remember that because I had him his rookie year on my fantasy team. I went to the championship with, and I was all in, and they were bringing real Washington National baseball coaches in to try to teach him how to slide, and he still couldn't do it. So it's
I
sometimes
mean, it's a hard thing to do. Have you ever
yeah.
tried it?
I played baseball, so I'd be good. I would know how to slide. I played baseball. Baseball was kind of my first love. Then I switched to basketball because I turned out to be tall, 6'5". But yeah, I started with baseball, so I learned how to slide. But a lot of people didn't play baseball growing up, so you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
I started with soccer myself.
And that's the footwork. So that's why you were able to play running back and probably do the jump cuts and all that.
Okay, there, Paul. Don't show your jizzle.
Without playing soccer.
Dude, I mean, pretty much you can say that because I was a natural. Because I mean, you have to learn how to cut with your leg, with your feet, and everything. So when you looking at that ball on the ground and you only using your feet to move it and make it do this and that, so yeah, it did become a natural for me with playing football because all I had to do was just hold the ball. I could use my hands now. So yeah, but baseball slide, that's something that I could never get to do. So I just say, forget it. I'll run the base.
I agree with that. He better start doing it. Just slide. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't want
he
him
needs
doing
to.
crazy stuff. No crazy stuff.
Look,
No.
even if he doesn't slide, if you have like an open window to where you can just fall and let them touch you. I don't care as long as you stay healthy because you are. Trey Lance is the piece that we need to remain healthy throughout the season. Everybody else, you can come in and out. But that quarterback right there, yeah, we need that. We don't have nobody.
Look at Hunter in the comments.
Yeah, what you got? What you got to think
man.
about that one? What you got to think about that one?
I love it.
Why?
Nah, we're gonna stick with the plan, man.
That's all over
We
Twitter
can't
now.
be
It's all over
far.
Twitter.
Let me say one thing about this.
Go ahead.
Okay, everybody knows that we went after Stafford. and if we had a guy Stafford, we would have won the Super Bowl. So we just get that out the way. We know that's how it went, right? But now that you've committed to this plan, this rookie quarterback plan, where you can build your whole team the right way you've been doing it for the whole time, not investing heavily in free agents, the big money free agents. Why would you not stick to the plan right now when you're almost there at the finish line?
Yeah, Paul.
Can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. You're good.
All right, so I went to high school with Tom Brady. I actually kind of know the guy a little bit. Die-hard, born and fan raised Bay Area boy. Do you think he would come to the Niners and salary cap us? And then if you want him to be our quarterback for maybe 1 year and you just it backs Lance up for one more, unfortunately. But if Tom was to come in here and play just for a minimum because he just wants to come home, be the home boy, area boy, and then just with this team, with all the weapons, as quick as he gets the ball out with all of our weapons, like why would we want to do this for maybe a year? It's kind of hard not to wonder.
He ain't gonna do no discount for us, bro. Like seriously.
Oh my God, Tom don't need any money. Tom don't need any money. It's not going to be any money involved.
Paul, let me grab that wrong quick, and then you guys can go. I don't think he'll want the bag if he wants to come back home and play for us. I don't think he'll want the bag, really. If he wants to play for us that bad the last 2 years, but it's all, of course, it's all up to Shanahan, and of course, it's up to Lynch and Jed and how they feel about him. So basically, it comes down to that, and how many years? Maybe 1 year. So that's what I think about it, really.
I know it just puts the Lance bag back with because we have the salary cap for the 2 years with the rookie quarterback salary cap where we miss out on a year of growth, bringing Tom in, and then it literally only puts 1 year for Trey, and that's the only kind of caveat that I've got. But I'm just like, boy, if you guys want to go to a Super Bowl this year, man, Tom Brady or Trey Lance, boy, that's kind of a fun one to argue.
I mean, do we just
definitely a
want to go
debate.
to the Super Bowl?
But
Say that again. What did I miss? I'm sorry.
No, I mean, do we just want to go to a Super Bowl and win, or do we actually want to build for years to come and win multiple?
Or do we want, like Maverick said, do you want to go to one Super Bowl, or do you want to build and make a run at another 4 Super Bowls? Because that's if we build, right, we can get another 4, maybe 3, 4 Super Bowls.
I agree.
But I mean, if you're guaranteed with the weapons that we've got to get one more and get you guys with the 6 and add to the legacy, and then we move on from there. I mean, there's kind of that argument too. I mean, we're not guaranteed with Trey. We're not guaranteed with Tom either. But I'm just kind of throwing that one out there. If we could put Trey behind Tom for 1 more year, and then let Tom learn and let Trey learn behind Tom, and then we build him in because he's only 21, and then 22, 23, 24. The future's super bright. But if you're talking about wanting to win one maybe next year, it's kind of hard for me to kind of like hard to wrap my head around not wanting to put that one more onto our faithful little belt that we've got.
But
I get that.
But see, if Trey, I don't know how many years Trey's got in this deal. If you do that,
it's a 5-year deal. First rounder, they get the 5th year's option. It's 5 years.
So how many has he been there now?
1.
So
yeah, so 4 left.
Right. Yeah, he's got 4 left.
So he's got 4 left. So you gotta figure if you do that,
you'll have 3.
You never know what Trey's gonna think. He's gonna be like, well, I ain't seeing the field. They promised me I was gonna do. They said I was going to be
developing. You're not developing either.
Technically, when it comes to quarterbacks that get drafted in the first round, it's usually right around the 3rd to 4th year they start talking contract extension.
Amen. Yep.
So technically, Trey Lance only got 2 years. You bring in a guy like Tom Brady, that only gives the 49ers 1 year to see what they can do with this
Thank you.
guy under a rookie
You destroyed
contract.
all the development and wherever
You
you
really
wanted
do.
to see
You
him
really
be
do.
at, you destroyed that whole plan.
I've been a 49er fan that's been pushing for Trey Lance since day one. I didn't really care too tough about the season. I wanted this kid to get some playing time, to get on the field, to let's go next year. You know, everybody kept talking about Super Bowl window. I see it, I know it. I would be happy if we get one, but it makes it a little tough to get one with Jimmy G. And now we gotta kind of like, what do we do? Because then it's really going to be to talk about 49ers 5 years. He's been to 2 Super Bowl. He's won one. Like it makes it tough, that conversation. So when you bring in another guy
Correct.
like Brady and you're not developing the guy that you actually drafted, which, if I'm not mistaken, Trey Lance is the actual first project quarterback that Kyle actually needs to
Ever
develop
had.
this show. See,
The young man's only 21 though. He's going to turn 22 this season. So my only fundamental philosophy behind that is like, do you want the GOAT for one, and then teach a 21 going into 22-year-olds how to play the position? Who in the hell would you want to be behind anybody else but the GOAT? And
That's
I'm
so
just,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
I get it. That is so true. That is so true. But at the same time,
Development wise,
I feel like this is
You're not developing though, sitting behind it.
Yeah.
Look at Garoppolo. He sat behind Brady for 4 years, and that boy's trash. So you can sit behind somebody and still be trash, bro. Don't you can sit behind the best. I can sit behind Michael Jordan and still won't be able to do no Michael Jordan shot.
But the thing about
I just read on Facebook where it says Garoppolo has the most Super Bowl rings out of the active quarterbacks. And that's only because he sat behind Tom Brady.
Professional bench warmer, professional tablet holders, professional get the headset right. If your headset ain't working, I'll give you my helmet. Come on, bro. You get a ring for that, but that don't mean nothing.
Let's talk about talent. Can we talk about talent, though, gentlemen, please? The talent.
Yeah, but we're talking about development, bro. We're talking about development, and Trey's not developing behind Brady.
He's 21 years old.
Listen,
22. Next season.
He will be. He's not 22 yet. He will be.
But by that time, he will be, bro.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one that realized that Jimmy Garoppolo, even though he sat behind Brady for 4 years, he never fully developed himself?
No shit. That's my point.
I mean, you look at this man. You look at this man on the field. He looks at his first read. I mean, he just stares his first read down all the time, and you wonder why he throws interceptions in and out of practice, in and out of games.
You know what?
Just ask Fred Warner.
But
Chuck.
You say Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do anything behind Brady. He never developed. Okay, you say that. Okay, well, let's take it back to the Niners when they were in the '89. Steve Young,
Nah, don't do that.
Developed behind Joe Montana. And then when
Steve Young learned a ton.
How can you even compare Steve Young to be developed behind Joe Montana? Steve Young did not need development. Steve Young came from the USFL after BYU. He came down here, played in Tampa. He was a starting quarterback in Tampa before he got traded to sit down behind Joe Montana. So Steve Young didn't need developing. He just needed to learn the Bill Walsh system.
Preach.
Steve Young was ready.
Can I say something after you? Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's just say this right now. I'm gonna say it right now too. Tom Brady's not coming here.
I know.
I know we're all imagining everything, and then we're talking about what's going to happen if he does come here. But he ain't coming here.
No.
Dude, we put so much shit. Okay, I can say I curse now because after 7 minutes.
I know. I've done that a couple times.
We put so much shit on this kid. Okay, we brought him in for a reason. Okay, to take over Jimmy G, because no matter what, Jimmy G was gonna go anyway.
He didn't ask for none of this, man. This kid didn't ask for none of that.
So, I mean, Trey Lance, he's going to develop no matter what. Tom Brady is going to stay with Tampa Bay or stay retired. Because you know damn well he's not going back home to Patriots. Because of course they got Mac Jones. So he is not coming here. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all until it happens. I don't believe it at all anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm ready for Trey time, so I'm ready for.
I say one thing about the quarterback. I mean, okay, Trey Lance does come here. Okay, he does do good things. What we gotta do is make sure that offensive line can keep him healthy. Because if he goes down and let's say tears his ACL, now we're looking at.
You have to use that example, though. Don't use that example. But I got.
Well, just say he gets hurt or something.
Yeah,
we gotta look at what we're going to do now, and the biggest thing is if he gets hurt, who do we got to back him up? We have nobody yet.
No disrespect to your friend there.
I got my boy hooking
bro.
There is no way.
Yeah, come on, Hunter.
Tom Brady is not going to be a backup to this team. Trey Lance is our starter.
Yeah.
No matter what. Jimmy G's gone.
Unless, but yes.
No, no unless. I don't think Tom Brady's coming here at all.
I really don't either. It's a fairy tale, but yes.
So Hunter, no disrespect to you, but thank you for your comment. Thank you very much for it. I knew your friend there, Paul, but he's not coming here.
But hold on though.
But I got done saying though, gentlemen, though, how else would you learn from the GOAT though if it were to happen for one season? I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing on planet Earth, gentlemen.
Only if we won the Super Bowl, if we won the Super Bowl, for sure won the Super Bowl. But if we don't win it, we go down in NFC Championship again. It's another wasted year for Trey Lance. And the odds are that's how it will play out. Like, you can't guarantee you're going to win that Super Bowl. It only works out if you win the whole thing. Or else it's another wasted year. And look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He should be the best quarterback in the league. He was under Brady for like 3 years. Come on, bro. He's trash.
Thank you, Dizzle.
We want to play the Matthew Stafford card. Is that what we're doing here, guys?
Check this. The first year we drafted him, he got to sit behind the vet. It's all good and dandy and everything. But
it's the wrong vet though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it is truly the wrong vet. Now,
amen. Thank you, boss.
One thing that I do know that he's working with I think John Beck.
Yeah.
So because he knows Kyle's system, he played on the system. So that's a good positive right there. And I mean, for Hunter, it could be any vet right now that has ever worked with Kyle Shanahan that knows how to run his system, but just could never succeed in it. They can work with Trey Lance. They can tell and show Trey Lance what Kyle doesn't like. Trey Lance's athleticism alone is gonna open up Kyle's Shanahan's offense.
He already said, okay, look at Hunter's last comment. This is what I want to talk about. Good. So it says Lance needs to learn from a great vet quarterback before he is a ready player. He just did that last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's working out with John Beck.
We got to sit him behind the vet again? Come on, bro. How do you know that?
Nah, bro. I mean, if you're even trying to compare our boy Jimmy G to Tom Brady, then we all just need to
listen to what he wrote. He said from a great vet quarterback. It doesn't matter. He sat behind a vet already. How many years you got to sit behind a vet is my point. I'm not talking about who he's sitting behind. We don't
like,
have nobody
look,
in here.
look how long. Look how long.
Jimmy G, though, my friends. We're talking about the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah,
For
but
one
still, bro,
Hold
he's
on,
not gonna
hold on,
learn
hold on.
without.
Now that is a whole nother debate for a whole nother time. We're not saying of all time at all, because at once upon a time we used to say Joe Montana was the greatest of all time. But
Still is.
okay, so who's your argument then, my brother?
no, my argument is this: Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of the 2000s.
Yeah.
Of this generation, of this decade.
Thank you. Thank you. This
Football from
generation.
2000.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you aware he has won more Super Bowl rings than any franchise in
Hold on.
NFL history?
That's
Let me say
fine.
this too. I guarantee you, this is for everybody on the panel. I guarantee if we got Tom Brady, everybody will instantly be saying Tom Brady's the best of all time. Once you put that Niner jersey on, Joe Montana would be done for. Guarantee you.
Now,
That's how fickle we are.
Jizzle, since you
Guarantee
said that, did you just said that now?
Yeah.
Do you all agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, look, honestly,
I agree.
I don't agree
I can't help but to agree with it, because that's what majority's gonna weigh. The majority's gonna outweigh that.
That's what the Niners gonna say. All the Niner fans are gonna say that. Watch. Guarantee you.
They will say that. But if we're gonna talk about, okay, I love Michael Jordan. He's one of my best favorite basketball players ever, right? But then check this. When Allen Iverson came out, I was like, well, damn. You know, it's a different game.
Well,
this guy's a different player.
Yeah.
And then you get LeBron a couple years, you know, maybe a decade down the line. Like, well, Jesus Christ. LeBron got rings. He got crazy rings.
But hold up. You can't. Michael Jordan is the GOAT of basketball. He came back, broke Allen Iverson's ankles, and he could come back and break LeBron James' ankles.
First off, Iverson broke his ankles. Iverson made Jordan look good.
Gentlemen.
With the NFL to the NBA.
But I'm just saying,
I love this.
Look at when Jordan was playing. Look at the players. Look at all the players that was playing right alongside Jordan or within.
Y'all want to give me a headache?
But sorry, Jordan didn't have that at first, and Jordan didn't have that at first when he was in North Carolina either.
Well, no. Well, see, the reason why I'm using Michael Jordan is because everyone's saying he's the GOAT when it comes to basketball. But then you got another generation who's saying LeBron is the GOAT. That's the generation who never got to see Michael play. So when you talk about Tom Brady's the GOAT, anybody who says Tom Brady is the GOAT most likely was born in this decade. Yeah. Or that's the person that they actually got to see play for 20 years plus. I never really got to see Joe Money, but because the 49ers are my favorite team, I went back and seen highlights. I seen that. Everybody talking about some Deebo Samuel's the first wide back. No, he's not. There's another player on the 49ers team that was the very first wide back. He was just never recognized for it because the stats wasn't being recorded at that moment in time. So we have to look at all of that. When Joe Montana played, how was the game? They didn't have all these technology when it comes to protecting the player with these new helmets, these new paddings they have, and you break a knee or tear ACL and you come back within next year just tougher than ever. Like when you broke an ACL back when Joe Montana and Steve Young played, you was done for at least 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So we gotta look at those type of that era, because I mean, same argument could be made for Terry Bradshaw. Is he one of the greatest? You know what I mean? He's the greatest Steeler. He's one of the greatest Steelers of all time, if not the greatest Steelers of all time, right?
Right. I'll give you that.
See, I mean, I can still make an argument for Dan Marino too, even though he hadn't won no rings, but the man broke records.
Yeah.
So Matthew Stafford.
We can make the argument for Troy Aikman too. We can make the argument for a lot of people.
When you talking about Troy Aikman, now that's when you get into the Joe Montana era.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
They had quarterbacks. Go ahead, buddy.
Can I chime in?
Go ahead.
All right, gentlemen. I mean, for the most part, everything you guys are saying is correct. But let's just look at the legacy of what each era of each team has done. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Joe Montana with Bill Walsh.
Right.
Whatever Dallas Cowboy coach you want to throw with it, whatever you want to throw with every Dallas Cowboy quarterback.
It's got to be Jimmy Johnson. It's got to just be Jimmy Johnson. I mean,
But you
Bill
feel
Foster,
me
Bill
as
Foster
I
is New
break
York.
that down every single era. But at the end of the day, when you put back the quarterback that's the stud that you want to be your boy, is it not Tom Brady?
But you know what? When you pull all that back, you're comparing that to Super Bowl wins. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard not to, but I mean, look at every defense and every single player that he had with him that he made the plays with.
No, that's true. Now,
are we going to talk about this?
Now, check this. I've always gotten hit upside the head with this. Oh, you
Okay,
play the game.
Let's chit chat.
You play the game for Super Bowls. You play the. I get it. I understand. Hey, I want to win Super Bowls too, but at the same damn time, Super Bowls are a team sport or a team wins. That's a team championship.
Not gonna disagree.
Do you want to? This is where it all comes down to. This is the final, and this is the thing. Do you want to put a quarterback back there that's going to get us one freaking win, or do you want to put a quarterback back there that can potentially get us 4 Super Bowls?
Well, I'm gonna get 4 Super Bowls.
Super Bowls, exactly.
Of course. But see, that's why Kyle Shanahan has to prove to me this season with Trey Lance and moving forward that he can actually develop a quarterback in order for him to be named a quarterback guru.
Because we're going into year number 2 of a 4-year contract with a rookie quarterback. So we have room to build here. That's all I'm kind of trying to explain to you guys. This team is loaded. So if you're going to tell me that we can't get a Tom Brady for 1 year with a 21 or 22-year-old kid who could not learn behind Tom Brady, and then that's the future behind just 1 more year.
Okay, let me explain something for the cap for you guys. For one, let me get right here with you guys, right? Okay, Bosa and Debo were drafted in the same draft. So if we don't extend both of them this year, they'll hit free agency. They'll hit the free agency market where somebody can outbid us. We need to extend them before they hit the free agency market. This year is the year to extend both of them. So we cannot afford to get a quarterback, to be honest with you. It's fun to talk about, but we can't afford to because we need to extend Bosa and Debo before they hit free agency. Would you let any of those go unprotected and hit free agency? And you piss them off by giving them a franchise tag. So that's how the camp works right there. Just letting you guys know. It's fun to have this little dialogue and it's cool, but I'm just letting you know it's not even possible.
36 I agree with you 100% on that. Bosa and Debo are going to get the bag.
And then you want to re-sign Lincoln Tomlinson. You're going to want to re-sign DJ Jones, who's in the trenches. Arden Key. I want Mostert back. You know what I mean? We play in real life here. Not mad.
I like Mostert too, man.
But Jizzle said, we're playing real life here, not playing no video game.
Right.
We want 4 more Super Bowls, then we got to go with Trey Lance and start building around him.
Thank you.
Then if you want him to learn under a good vet, then you might as well bring Aaron Rodgers here. You might as well bring Russell Wilson.
But see, you can't bring Aaron Rodgers nor Russell Wilson.
It's the fit though.
But you don't want that. You want a 4-year.
Right. You could. I mean, if they were traded to you, they wouldn't.
I tell you what, Chuck. I might get crucified with it, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. If you do go after a Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson, you are not the 49ers and looking at to give these guys a 1-year deal. You're looking at 2+ with a player's option.
Exactly.
Thank you, you're dead right, boss. Yes, correct.
And then on top of that, you would just have to trade Trey Lance, dude. You have to at that point. If you
that play don't work, and that's where I agree.
It really don't. That's where it hurts at. Because I mean, if you're gonna sign any one of those 2 guys, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, for 2+ years, Trey Lance have to be traded because you need the money. We don't have money.
I
We're
understand.
tapped.
I understand that very well. But we're not looking at that. I'm just saying the way he said Brady, and way you should say all these quarterbacks, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at 4 more Super Bowls. That's why we want to build around
That's
Trey
the
Lance.
window. 4 more Super
That's the
Bowls.
window.
4 more.
If
And then
Bosa,
Honestly, I feel like Trey Lance's window with the Niners as far as like making it to Super Bowl. I would give it like
2 years.
I say 3. I go 3.
It's at least 3. It's at least 3. It's at least
I
3.
go 3.
I'm going for.
Well, I'm not gonna say 2 because this
Bosa
is
and
the first full year.
come on, bro. Think about it. Bosa and Debo are about to sign another 5-year deal, bro. So how would it only be 3? Those are your most important players. And then you got
Ayuk.
We
you got
don't
other
know
guys.
about Ayuk. Ayuk is next year, right? Yeah.
That was his second year of his rookie contract right there. So he's good.
So he's
And
playing.
Ayuk was drafting we got 3 more years of Ayuk because if you're drafting the first round, you get the 5th year extension.
And
If
if you
Yeah,
break
yeah,
that, if you break that conference, because y'all been saying, even Mark said it, and Trey, and I think you too, Jizzle, that Ayuk and Trey got a thing there. I mean, you can't
They
wait.
do.
It's almost like the Joe Montana Jerry Rice show. I mean,
It is.
now
Ayuk
you
even said, and this is a slight to Jimmy G, a little shot at him. He said, deep ball me, please. That's what he tweeted about a couple days ago. He said, deep ball me, please. He wants to get that deep ball going. You know what I mean?
you guys know how old Brady was when he won his first Super Bowl? You know?
I think he was 24.
2003.
He can still do it too. Megan, Lance can still do it for us. He could be the youngest quarterback rookie to ever win a Super Bowl in history.
So that's 3 years right there. The top.
Yep. He has a 3-year window to win one. Now,
Burrow would have won it this year if he could have got past the Rams. Because I think
I
Burrow.
want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
If Bosa and Debo do not get 3 more years on their extensions, that is a spit in their faces.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll be pissed off myself.
And if they don't get 3 or more years, like Brian said, you spit in their face. That's a spit in their face. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to find another team, go to another team, and then it don't have to be the AFC. It could be the NFC, and come back and hurt us.
Especially with
that's why we got Lance. This is why we did. This is why. You know what I mean? This
I'm like
is
this.
we got Lance.
Once a player start chasing that bag, their career is like pretty much over because they'll at that point in time they'll go anywhere just to make a bag. So
you got that right, man.
Debo's looking at.
He plays 3-part position in that game.
Yeah, so 25 mil a game. 25 mil a year for Debo. That sounds reasonable for how they use him. And you looking at Bosa, I think right around what 30 mil. Yeah. So we need that cap. So we know Garoppolo's out of there. That's 24, 26 mil saved.
Yeah.
28.5.
28.5. Lincoln Thomason. I would resign DJ Jones and let Lincoln walk. That's another.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you.
8.
Where's my thumb?
Who? I didn't even hear. What did you
I
say?
said, where's my thumb? I just wanted to give you a thumbs up on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got you, boss. Thumbs up on that one.
If Debo got all that money and we keep Trey Lance, and so that means you got Ayuk back there, you'll have Debo, and you'll have your running backs, and maybe Debo don't have to play 3 positions. He'll maybe only have to play.
But you would still pay him.
Use him, right?
Yeah, you would still pay him because he's a hybrid player.
Right.
You can line him up anyway. He doesn't have to play it, but the fact that you know that he can.
Right. Correct.
I mean, so and plus the limitation would be lifted off because Jimmy G's no longer there to limit the Niners offense. So
Right.
I mean, it's there. We're gonna be talking about Niners football for years to come with Trey Lance back there. Like I can see it.
But
Yes,
now,
sir.
what I want to know, and I'm gonna ask. I'll probably ask you this from the other time. Who do you think his backup will be?
That's the problem.
That's
I like
thank you,
a
Chuck.
couple people. I like Tyrod Taylor,
Hold on.
Marcus
Okay.
Mariota.
Wow.
Jizzle.
What's
Listen,
Ryan got to say? I want to hear what Ryan's got to say.
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Huh?
put everything on the table right now, okay? I have it right
Okay.
in front of me right now. There is 35 free agent quarterbacks right now.
Right.
Okay.
Give me
Who do you want, Ryan?
give me a minute to read them all out to you. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
First one, of course, is Ben Roethlisberger, but he's retired now. He retired. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston, Jacob Brissett, Teddy Bridgewater,
Jacoby Brissett. He's on that.
Yep. Teddy Bridgewater, Marcus Mariota, I can't say his name right. And then did Joe Flacco retire or is he still playing?
He's still playing.
Close.
Joe Flacco.
With the Jets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah, he's Jet. Yeah, he's a Jet. Yep. Mitchell Trubisky, Tim Boyle.
Like Trubisky.
I like Trubisky too.
Blaine Gabbert.
I heard Trubisky's
Blaine
name
Gabbert.
swinging around a lot. No, fuck Blaine Gabbert. He can stay where the fuck he at.
Yeah. Homeboy, you see my thumb over here?
Yeah. Been there, done that. Ain't going back.
Chad Heen or Hearn, Henne. Chad
Yeah.
Heen. Brandon Allen.
Oh, Chad Henne's still up? Chad Henne's still around?
Nah, bro, quit it. No.
Are you?
Brandon Allen, Mike Glennon, AJ McCarron, Geno Smith, Colt McCoy. I like him. I like Colt McCoy.
Cole McCoy, yes.
I like Cole McCoy.
Hold on.
Chase,
Time out. Has AJ McCarron ever started an NFL game since he's been?
Oh yeah, for the Bengals, he started like 3 of them.
Only okay. All right. So go ahead, keep going.
At least 3 for the Bengals.
If you got something to say about AJ McCarron, let's hear it.
I'm just saying though, like that shouldn't even be a name that we even think about backing as a backup. Because, dude, how long he's been in the league and he's only been a backup?
3 years.
And he's been in the league longer than that, bro. He's been in the league.
It had to be longer. I think a little longer.
It's got to be longer than that, bro.
Almost 10, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it's been a long time, bro.
I don't know if he's that old, guys.
No, he is 4 or 5. Go look it up. He's at least been in the league 5 years. I guarantee you.
I'll back up.
He's out of his rookie contract, bro. So it has to be.
It's at least 5. You're right. I'll back up. I'll back up.
Chase Daniel, Brian Hoyer, Joshua Dobbs, Trevor Seaman. Yeah, Seaman.
Simeon, yeah.
Trevor Seaman. Yeah, Seaman. I can't say
Seaman.
that right. Yeah. Sean Mannion from Minnesota. Mike White. I like him actually. He's actually he was a
For the Jets. He started him
Jet.
up in the beginning of the year.
Dwayne Haskins, Kyle Allen, Josh Rosen, Tyler Huntley. I'm sorry. John Wolford, David Bloor from Detroit. Can't say his name right.
Oh, David Blau.
Yeah, Blau. Yeah, David Blau.
Every touchdown.
Brett Rippon from Denver. Logan Woodside. Chris Straver from Arizona. And Kurt Benkert, from Green Bay.
And that's
35 of them this year.
But listen, I seen you have a lot of thumbs down. But if
right, Chuck, we gotta say.
if he's a backup, We're not asking him to come in and win all the games.
Name's Paul, by the way. His
We're
name's
only
Paul.
asking
Name's
him
Paul.
to come in and win some games.
But
So
you still
I'm-
want a reliable backup that's
So
not going to just come in and win some game, but that can actually keep the system going to where you don't have to change it around them. So you
So
need that.
somebody like Seth Hill, who's already been on our team that knows the language, isn't better than half the guys you just named off?
Who?
Our backup, Seth Hill.
Sudfield. He's talking about Sudfield.
Sudfield, hell no.
I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Regime.
I'm just saying you need a reliable backup that has the smarts to come in and learn the system and still keep the same game plan going.
I like Ryan Fitzpatrick, Trubisky, and Mariota, and Tyrod Taylor. Those are my
Trubisky and Mariota.
But okay. As you're thinking about this, you gotta think. Also, if something happened to Trey Lance, we all know something happened to Phil Simms back in the day, and Jeff Hostetler took him all the way to the Super Bowl and won. So you gotta think if you want his guy to come in and win some games, but you might have to keep that thought in your mind too. Somebody that might be able to take you through the season, or maybe he gets hurt in the playoffs. So now you need somebody to take you at least through the playoffs to the big game. So
in that scenario, we're done, bro. Seriously, if you need your backup to take you to the playoffs, you're done, bro.
You just need your backup to keep the same game plan going until
the backup is reliable for 1 or 2 games to keep the game on schedule. That's all we want the backup for.
Maybe 3 or 4 depending on the severity of the injury.
Okay, fair enough.
But check this though. Here's my problem with Mariota and Trubisky. Is that they are still young, and if something happens to Trey Lance, there's a chance that they can actually compete and challenge him for that starting job, regardless on how we look at it, because of their age, and they've been in the league. Been there for about five plus years, a little bit about 5, 6. You know what I mean? So same thing with James Winston.
The playoffs twice, just to let you all know.
See. So, I mean, that's the same thing they said about Jimmy G. He got 2 Super Bowl rings, but he didn't win them. He wasn't the one on the field winning those. So.
But okay, so you gotta remember, Trey is he's throwing, he's running, he's a running quarterback too.
No.
Well, he runs. He runs before he thinks to slide. Right? He runs.
Wait, who?
Well, that doesn't make you a running quarterback.
Trey Lance run? Trey Lance, I feel like Trey Lance looks to throw before.
Me too.
Correct.
I'm saying throw. I'm saying throw, but he's going to run before he thinks to run out of bounds or slide. He's going to
Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I feel like is more like Russell Wilson. He would stay back there and scramble, and then Patrick Mahomes will come out of him to where he makes the big play. So it's like is Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes had a baby when you look at Trey Lance, if the way he played it together, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I agree. I compare Trey Lance.
I like that one.
I compare Trey Lance to a young Ben Roethlisberger in his prime, and a young Steve McNair. The cross between those two, whereas like, did anybody ever call Roethlisberger a running quarterback? Never, because what he would do is he would buy extra time to get outside that pocket and extend plays on bootlegs and make plays down the field, and that's the prototype that I feel like Trey Lance is. You know what I mean?
You forget something about Roethlisberger too. He knew how to shake off sacks.
There you go.
That's for too, and that's why I compare him to those two.
Being mobile.
Yeah, because Trey Lance has the strength and the body type to be able to do those same kind of things. And so I compare him to Steve McNair and Big Roethlisberger in his prime.
So you want your backup to be able to do some of the same things, right?
Not necessarily. It's a whole different. You could almost have a whole different offense for the backup. You you want a backup, like we were saying, to be able to win you 3 games potentially if the starter has to be out for those games. You know what I mean?
Just
Still
like
be
they,
able.
the same thing they did with Jimmy G and Trey Lance. Same thing they did with them. The same thing.
I say we get. I like 2 quarterbacks out of them ones I heard.
I'm laughing at Megan right now.
2 to stand
What's
out
Megan saying?
is
Hey,
Teddy
hey, that's the
Bridgewater
number.
and then Tyrod Taylor.
But see, like they say, for me, I feel like if you have that quarterback that can come in and give you half or a little bit more than half of the offense that you're running with your starting quarterback, then that's perfect because you don't have to change much, you
That's
know. And
what I'm
both
saying.
guys are on the same page. But when you have something like Trey Lance and Jimmy G,
Yeah.
offense change. It really does. So like if I'm a defense, I see Trey Lance coming in. I've never seen this kid play, but they talk about how talented he is, how athletic he is. I know he's only a rookie, but damn, I was expecting to play the statue. Now I got to play the damn sports car.
Yeah.
You know, now I really got to run around. I thought it was going to be an easy off day for me today, but no, now I really got to put in some work. You know, that's how
I
defense
say
going to be looking at it.
Hey, Paul, you fall
Trubisky,
asleep over there?
Tyrod Taylor, those guys, Mariota, they fit the same. They fit the same prototype. You know, so you can still run your same offense with those guys.
I would much rather go after Tyrod because he's older in age, so therefore challenging for that starting spot is not going to be a problem because we've seen him start before and still lose that damn job. But Marcus Mariota and Mitchell Trubisky still have shots to earn starting jobs in the league, regardless on how we look at them because of their age. Now, to me, the main person that stands out that can really help Trey Lance, if you're talking about veteran presence, is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I said that. That's my favorite. Number 1.
Because you get 5 games, you get 5 wins out of him regardless of whatever he goes. You get
But
5 wins out of him.
the reason I kind of tiptoe up around Fitzpatrick, I think he's going to go somewhere and be a starter. He's going to fill one of these starting spots. So I don't think he's going to come and be a backup. But like, it's funny you bring up Tyrod.
Oh boy, Jizzle, you still there, bud?
He freeze.
Oh,
there you go.
Taylor,
we're all right.
Okay,
we're in and out. We're in and out.
So Tyrod Taylor beat out Justin Herbert, who everybody calls is one of the best quarterbacks now, one of the young and upcoming phenoms, right? And just Tyrod Taylor probably had him beat out for the whole year, just how Lance sat behind Garoppolo, but the doctor accidentally stabbed Tyrod Taylor in his lungs and punctured his lungs, or else Herbert would have probably sat behind Tyrod Taylor the whole year. Shows you that Tyrod Taylor's a good backup quarterback by that, right? But look at the narrative. Since Trey Lance didn't start, everybody's saying he's not ready. You know what I mean?
How about Teddy Bridgewater?
Everybody, no, we're gonna get on that shit later. That's to me, I feel like that's garbage.
Another subject, Kay. I'm sorry.
But,
we gotta.
But
let me bounce in real quick before you go. Let me bounce in real quick. I looked on his contract. His contract don't end until next year. That's what sucked about it. Because if he was a free agent this year, Kyle would definitely want to win and grab him. Kirk Cousins. His contract.
It doesn't even matter about Kirk Cousins' contract ending next year.
Because you know he wanted him. He wanted him. So
yeah, but as far as I understand, the new head coach already has a rapport with Kirk Cousins. He already likes Kirk Cousins. So
gotcha.
I think that's a contract extension ready to happen, if you ask me.
I got you.
But
shout out to Megan. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Megan. Age ain't nothing but a number.
Shout out. But yeah, I mean, I don't see. I'm looking at this list right now, dude, and honestly, like,
there's nobody you want, right?
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't even do Cam Newton. I'm sorry.
I have a feeling. Oh man, really? Because that's who Mark wanted. That's who Mark wanted. You know that, Jizzle. You know that.
I can't do Cam Newton either. I'll be honest.
Listen, I would much rather do Jameis Winston before I touch Cam Newton, but I know the Bucks gonna probably go trying to grab Winston. And Winston, I feel like would be a perfect fit in that Kyle Shanahan system. But again, he's still young. He can possibly push Trey Lance. You know, he just had his LASIK. We know he can throw for 5,000 yards plus. So we know that ball can move. We know he can run. I mean,
I
I'm
don't
just
think he. I
saying.
don't think he. I don't think he'll push Trey Lance. Bro. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No,
Nah, he throws
I
too
don't
many
either.
picks, bro. Throw too
I
many
am not a
picks.
Cam Newton fan and never will be.
Kyle
sorry.
Shanahan
I'm
offense.
talking about
This,
Jameis.
this,
Winston don't fit this scheme because you have to take care of the ball. You have to play like Jimmy G. Jimmy G, for all his faults, he didn't take chances. That's what Kyle Shanahan don't want you to take a chance unless you have that opportunity to make a real play.
I
right.
really believe that Kyle Shanahan limited Jimmy G from taking those chances. Every time he took
So what do
those
you think he
chances,
would do
he
with
got
No,
Winston then?
excuses.
What do you think he would do
no,
with
Jimmy
Winston then?
G limited Kyle Shanahan's play calling, my friend.
Yes.
What,
We
what,
agree,
what,
we agree to
what,
disagree here.
no. What I'm saying is
All
based
right,
on
let's talk. Let's talk.
piggybacking on what Jizzle said, right?
All right.
I feel like Kyle Shanahan really limited Jimmy going deep, Jimmy throwing the ball deep because he
I
can't do
agree.
it.
He did though. He did
He
too. You
can't
guys
do
are
it.
both
So
right. You guys are
The
both
he had
right.
problem is Jimmy G does not have a good deep ball, though. What are we talking about
exactly.
here?
So therefore, when I feel like this here, everybody see that Kyle Shanahan's playbook is like, oh, Jimmy G can run the playbook, he can run the offense, but his limitation is really stressing the hell out of Kyle to where Kyle has to call certain plays to keep Jimmy G from throwing. I mean, once you only throwing like 11 passes a freaking game, that tells me your
NFC
coach really don't
Championship
want
game
you to
against the
throw that.
Packers.
That was nothing but running. That was all number running and defense.
Yep. We were there,
So,
Paul. Come on. We were at that NFC championship,
so now my brother's asking me right now, right? He's
Uh-huh.
questioning my sports knowledge here. I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
okay, the Rams game, 4th and 1 at the midfield. And the Niners were not running the ball very well one bit. And Kyle Shanahan cannot trust running the ball. And it's 4th and 1. And he punted on the 45-yard line against the Rams because he did not want to put the ball into into Jimmy G's hands.
I
And
wouldn't
you're
I wouldn't
telling
want
me
to
that's on our offense?
No, I'm not telling you that's on the offense. What I'm saying is this. You have okay.
I want to hear it.
What quarterback and coach I can really use besides Belichick and Brady? As far
Andy
as like,
Reid and Mahomes, or Andy Reid and Alex Smith last year.
okay, Andy Reid trusts his quarterbacks, regardless on who he has back there. His play calling does not change at all.
Shanahan doesn't either.
Nah, it did with Jimmy. We've seen that damn play call change for 4 straight years. The first year it was lit. It was looking nice. 2019, oh my God. And I tell my boy this all the damn time. Jimmy G wasn't doing shit until we got fucking Emmanuel Sanders, and all of a sudden Jimmy G looks like this all-star QB because he actually has a receiver that will go and get his fucked up passes that he throwing. I'm just being real. When you start seeing shit like that, year in, year out, every year that goes by,
Can I
his
ask you a
passing
question?
numbers. Go ahead.
The Super Bowl. The
Mhm.
Niners are up 10 against the Chiefs
man.
2 years ago. Jimmy G rolls out to the right. Kerry Kittle is wide open, and Jimmy G throws it over his fucking head. What are we
Jimmy
talking
G.
about right now?
That's Jimmy G all
I'm
day.
not even talking about the Sanders play.
And look, and
I'm
that's
talking
why
about the drive gaming win with 5 minutes to go. That was 3rd down, where if the Niners would have got that 1st down, we would have continued to drive the ball down the field, and then they would not have been able to take the time off the clock. We probably would have won. And that's Jimmy G.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. If Jimmy G,
I just had to ask you that question.
Put it this way. If Jimmy G makes that play and the Niners win, oh my God, we're talking about a different Jimmy G.
Jimmy G is still on the Niners if that's the case.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We don't even have Trey Lance back there. And on top of that, we're not even talking about how Kyle Shanahan is dumbing down the playbook for Jimmy. Everybody's talking about, oh, he dumbing down the playbook for Trey Lance in that Arizona game. I'm not disagreeing with you. He did go out there and send that man out with about 8 to 10 plays. We seen that, and that was the wrong damn thing for him. But when you look at Jimmy, he does the same shit to Jimmy, but nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about how Jimmy can only throw about 15 passes a game.
Do you want to talk about the Houston game?
What you gotta say about it?
Houston Texans. Jimmy G goes out in the second half. Garoppolo takes us to the win that second half. Looked like
What are you talking about? Trey Lance started the
That was
Houston
Trey
game.
Lance. Trey Lance started
Trey
that game.
Lance started that whole game, bro.
No, I thought it was only the second half.
No,
No,
sir.
he started that game, bro.
Trey Lance,
Okay.
Trey Lance,
The
started
stats,
that
though,
game.
he shit out in the second half is, I guess, what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I watched
you're right
that
on
game live. I got season tickets. He balled out right in front of me live. Second half, Trey Lance went off. So now that's my question now to you then. Second half of that game then, what are we talking about here?
Now that is exactly what I said earlier during the program. When that first half, you can see the Arizona Cardinal Trey Lance. No, I'm sorry. That first half, you can see a mix between Arizona and that Seattle game Trey Lance played in. The second half, you started seeing the comfortability level. And you look at that sideline, you see how Kyle was getting comfortable. The playbook started opening up more and more and more. I mean, I think that was the first game all season that Kyle did not look stressed.
It was.
So, I mean, I know exactly what I said when, everybody talk about Jimmy G limiting the offense, which I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I am 100% on board with that. But at the same time, Jimmy G is so limited to where Kyle had to limit him too. Because if he let Jimmy go out there
both
and
right. Like
You
Kyle
kind of
Shanahan
limited.
limited.
That's
Kyle
kinda what I
Shanahan
was
limited
getting at.
him,
You
and he
kinda
limited
made my
Kyle
point.
Shanahan's play calling. You guys are both correct.
Well, that's the only reason. That's the only reason why Kyle had to limit him, man. Because I mean, if you look at that sideline, every time Jimmy makes a fucked up play,
You see
every
Shanahan's
time.
face. He's getting pissed.
Like,
So for 3 or 4 years on those third and fourth downs, why do you think on 4th and 1, when the Niners can't run the ball against the Rams, and they knew they were against the Rams in that NFC Championship game, and you knew you couldn't run the ball, and you had to throw the ball, coach punted?
Because Jimmy G can't throw the ball.
Period, point blank. Period, point blank.
That's where I come in at with Kyle limited Jimmy G on that play too, because he can't make the play happen. Nor if you put Debo back there, he's finna run. So the Rams are coming for him, and that's a play that Debo might get hurt. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest.
You're absolutely true for saying that.
If Elijah Mitchell was back there, it would have been the same ordeal. He's finna get his 4th and 1. He's the running back. He has to be. So there's a chance he gets hurt, because those 4th and 1 plays, especially towards the back end of the game, like 4th quarter, and you down, that's where most injuries occur. If you really pay attention to it, like 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, those crucial moments towards the end of the game that you have to come in and win, you playing even harder because you don't want to go home and lose. You want come on now, you want to carry home that dub. So I respect Kyle for doing that, for going for that punt. I'm not mad at him. Again, I'm one of the 49ers fans that was happy as hell that we lost, that we didn't go to the Super Bowl, because I didn't want that headache. I didn't want that conversation about, do we keep Garoppolo or do we start Trey Lance? And
I know, man. We talked about that.
They said before that, in that championship game, they said whether you go to the Super Bowl or you don't go to the Super Bowl, or you go to the Super Bowl and win, they said Jimmy G, it doesn't save his job.
Yeah, he was never coming back regardless.
Brothers, I tell you on this though, I hate Jimmy G. I'm so sick and tired of him. Sick and tired of talking about him. Overthrows people, gets sacked. Yeah. I'm moving on to trade time. That's all I'm doing.
Trade day.
Trade day all day. Trade day all day, every day, and everything.
Trade area all day.
Oh yeah, man. I got 10 minutes left, guys. Just so you know, I got 10 minutes left.
Well, y'all were talking about Pittsburgh earlier. My aunt just told me she wanted to show you. She wanted me to show you all this and told you 6 times.
Oh
Oh,
my
get
God!
on out of here
Get
with
off the
that,
screen.
man.
Get off the screen. I don't want to see it.
Get on out of here with that, man.
She got them today. She's so happy.
Hey, but they do look hard though. I ain't gonna sit
Jizzle,
here and like they
Jizzle.
look better than the
You hear
Yeezys.
me? Jizzle, hear
Yeah.
me? Where's your pillow?
It's over. It's in the other room. I had to go to the other room.
I
Yeah.
wanted to put you on the counter like this. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm fluffing it out for next season, getting it nice, and I'm giving it a couple massages so it can take that beating next season.
Oh man. No, you don't want to say that,
That's
man.
a pillow. That's a pillow. The 49er pillow update right there.
You want to take
I'm
that pillow and kiss it and go, "Yee, we won! All right."
Yeah.
Screen.
Hey, you know another young QB I like, man. I like that young QB, Mike White from New Jersey.
Mike White. I like Mike White. I like
There
Mike
you
White.
go.
Yeah,
He'd be perfect for this.
I like Mike White, man.
He'd be perfect for this.
And he's a free agent.
Yeah. I'll make that move too. That's somebody we could get
He's
for
a
the
free
for the
agent.
low, and you might get something out of that. So,
Let me what he at? I just seen him. Let me click his name.
So I doubt Tom Brady's coming here, so we can stop that.
Yeah, we're good
Man,
on
I
that
mean,
one.
I'm done with Jimmy G. So put it
Yep.
that way.
The
Yep.
man
Trade
family
time,
even
trade
went
area,
on and
whatever
said
it's called.
no to us.
What's that?
I mean, his family even told the Niners no. It's pretty much like Brady's family told the Niners, "Fuck you. You chose Jimmy G over us, so we're
2
not
years
coming."
ago. 2
Yeah.
years ago.
So
Now
he ain't
I
gonna give us
wonder.
another shot. That's the point. I'm happy with Trey. I'm happy to go in the season with Trey, and I'm looking forward to the season mainly because of Trey proving all these doubters wrong that hate on him, that don't even want to give him a chance to have meaningful snaps before they judge his career. And I just can't wait till he just becomes a superstar. I'm ready to just show.
I can't wait to that, but I just hope he has. I hope, like Jizzle said, I hope he has a breakout year. But I haven't seen much of him, so I just hope he has a breakout year. He can bring us some more Super Bowl.
He will.
yeah, I'm just ready for the season, baby. That's it. Let's get it. Let's move it.
6 more months, but we got some action until then. With the league year, the new league year starts in 16 days, and then we'll be able to start making the cuts and free agencies and then the draft, and so it's keep it going.
So what this is probably the last thing I can think of right now until I think of another one. But what would you rather go for a vet quarterback or get a draft one?
Oh, vet.
Okay.
No, draft.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No. This is why you would rather have a vet, because if you draft a backup quarterback, right? Say you draft a backup quarter in the 3rd or 4th round, right? He definitely ain't gonna be ready if he has to play any snaps. A veteran quarterback seen some stuff, and maybe when they're looking on the iPad or whatever, looking at the play, he could say, "Hey, man, you missed the robber safety right there. The robber safety came down, and you know what I mean. You had the over the top. You know what I mean." That's how a rookie ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing on there. They'll be like, "Man, you threw an interception," but they ain't gonna be able to explain why. You didn't identify cover 4 palms, for instance. You know what I mean? It could be just that simple. You know what I mean? It's not just what you do on the field; it's what you do in the film room. So a veteran quarterback will have that.
Scouting quarterback, scouting QB.
Exactly.
But me personally, if you're drafting. If you feel like drafting a rookie to back up a rookie, then you rebuilding. And if you talking about something you in a win now mode, you at least need a couple veterans on that squad.
Gotta have a veteran
at every position that you possibly can. I mean,
was I not the one arguing that earlier? Just saying that out loud.
You did. You get your cookies. You get your cookies.
No,
Yeah,
well,
somebody give him a
I
cookie.
mean,
Give him a cookie for that. Somebody give him a
we're coming
cookie.
full
That's all he
circle
wants is
on
the
my
cookie, bro.
argument. That's why I'm
All
just
he
like,
wants is the
Jesus,
cookie,
guys.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? We're giving you a cookie, man.
Yeah. Give him a cookie. He wants a cookie, bro. I got one in the
Okay,
kitchen too after the
whatever. I
show.
don't, whatever. I mean, I've laid my groundwork down. I know I'm worth what I say. I know what I'm talking about.
But no, I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro. You did say it earlier. But I'm gonna give you that, but yeah, I mean that question. You need a vet at almost every position if you got a Super Bowl ready team. But if
Correct, I agree.
so,
Hey, Paul,
like,
here's your flower.
There you go, Ryan. Appreciate it, boss. Thanks, boss.
if you were to take one team from the NFL right now and put them in rebuild mode, who would it be and why?
Wait, you mean put them in rebuild mode? Like I want them to rebuild, or they're the best rebuild?
Refurbished. I call refurbished.
That's it. They're not even in a playoff talk, but they're not that bad of a team neither. Like something like that.
Damn, come on.
Seahawks, because I hate the Seahawks.
Seahawks, you feel like they on a rebuild road?
Oh, they're getting really close. They traded 2 first-round picks for Jamal Adams, a safety, who's a linebacker.
That's
you
true.
know what I mean? And now Russell Wilson's talking about coming out, and then they spent a lot of cap room. Yeah, they're very close to a rebuild. Very close.
What about you, Chucky?
Rebuild mode or just all rebuild mode?
Just one team you think is pretty much on the verge of rebuild right now.
I mean, I got one, but come on, you'll think I'm a homer for saying it.
I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna use the new name.
Stop doing that to your beer, Paul. Don't jerk on the job.
I'm not gonna use the new name, but I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna tell you the Washington Redskins.
They're not Redskins no more. They're not even the football team. They're the Commanders.
They're the Redskins. Always will go.
I know, Chuck, the Redskins. I love you for that, Chuck. All right, I love you for that, Chuck. They're the Redskins.
They'll always be the Redskins to me.
Wait, you feel like they're in a rebuild mode?
Yeah. They're rock bottom.
They probably are, bro. They are close to being rebuilt.
Dude, like I honestly, bro, I feel like they're a quarterback away from being contenders.
Nah.
Even that Chase Young towards ACL?
Bro, Washington got a defense, bro. They got an undercover defense that's just on the up and coming. You got to really pay attention to them boys on the Riverboat Run, bro. For real. I really seriously believe they are one quarterback away from contending, especially in a weak NFC right now.
I got you.
I mean, am I lying? Can y'all see
no, they got pieces. I think they're just as close to rebuilding as they are to contending. It could go either way.
Rebuilding, yes. Contending, no.
Refurbished.
I mean, I mean, you talking about in the running game and Antonio Gibson, who looks decent enough, to be a top 15 back.
Rebuilding, yes.
And they got McLaurin. McLaurin's a good receiver. I see what you're saying. They got pieces, but it's not enough. Their offensive line is trash. You know what I mean? They need a really good quarterback. Who will commit? Like Aaron Rodgers is not going there. Russell Wilson's not going there. So
now hold on. Now when I'm saying like contend, not meaning making the playoff, but like actually making teams play harder than they need to.
Yeah.
I say,
look at Taylor Heineken versus the Bucs.
I say the Redskins are in the rebuild mode, and for your answer about contention, it's Pittsburgh.
Quarterback away.
I agree with Pittsburgh.
But who?
It could even be Garoppolo, bro. Like, to be honest, with the way they're going to play, they run the ball more than anybody besides the Niners. Najee Harris,
Yes, bro. They run the ball more than anybody besides the Niners.
Yeah,
So,
but your quarterback still needs to understand how to be the discipline of the manufacturer of the offense. And if you got somebody that doesn't
bro, we
know
went
the
to two
offense, what are we
NFC
talking about here?
championships and a Super Bowl with Garoppolo. So it's not like he can't do that. If you hide him behind a good team, he could be good. We already know
I
this. There's
know,
nothing to
fair
argue
enough.
about
The
here.
Niners have done it for 4 years in a row.
So yeah, what are we talking about here?
Go, Chuck.
Somebody said on here, I don't know who said it, but your Garoppolo he's not a backup and he's not a starter. I don't know who said this, but
Oh, that was me. That I say he was a bridge.
okay. He was a bridge.
I know he's a bridge.
Yeah.
And if
Doesn't
he
matter.
goes and bridges for Pittsburgh, then I see us in Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl fighting for that.
Only way I see Garoppolo go and bridge for Pittsburgh is if Pittsburgh pull the trigger and draft Malik Willis. I think that's his name, right?
Yes,
That's the only way. That's
yeah.
the only way.
Okay.
Only way. Other than that, if Garoppolo goes to Pittsburgh, Garoppolo is going to be the starter for that length of his contract. Point blank.
How many years did Rodgers sit behind Favre?
Again, that's
Two.
not even a debate. Like people keep talking
No,
about
but
that.
this will be the second year of our season. That's what Hunter's trying to get at.
But see, the thing is though, everybody keep making that Patrick Mahomes behind Alex Smith, Brett Favre, Rodgers behind Brett Favre. But y'all, everybody keeps forgetting that Trey Lance has not played. He needs to play.
He needs to play. Yeah.
He needs that play. He can't be sitting for too long. So
You don't
those
just keep sitting him behind people.
yeah, so those comparisons has to be thrown out the window. We have to understand that he needs
He's
that
still
play.
only 21 years old, gentlemen.
That's fine.
He'll be
We get
22
that.
by the time it matters next year.
We get that.
Okay, brothers, please give me your final thoughts. What you have?
All right, here we go.
Let it all out.
You guys go first.
Doesn't matter. Maverick, Jizzle, Paul, Chuck, go right ahead.
Go in order.
Like I said earlier, I'm just ready for the season. I hope and pray that Niner Nation see it through to support Trey Lance like they did. Well, like half of us did, Jim. But yeah, that's about it. Let's just get it going. Let's get united.
And what I say is, man, I feel like this. I've been a Niner fan for so many years, 20-something years, and I feel like this is going to be the longest offseason because, like, we go about with the Trey Lance thing, and we're going to finally get to prove his doubters wrong. And I just noticed something about, like, when I'm on Twitter or whatever, I noticed there's certain quarterbacks, they were like, man, he needs more time. He needs more time. But then there's other people that just come right in. Mac Jones will just go ahead and put him in. He didn't need to sit behind Aaron Rodgers or nobody. You know what I mean? Why? I just wonder why certain people say you need more time. That you know what I mean? Just think about it. The quarterback you say that needs more time, and then look at what they look like. You know what I mean? And wonder why. That's all I have to say.
I'll answer that for you, Kay.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Chuck,
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to see the season and see what Trey Lance can do. Hopefully, I see us in the Super Bowl competing for that 6th ring with Pittsburgh and beating Pittsburgh, and just hopefully we'll make Super Bowl this year, and all them doubters and everything. Trey Lance probably sitting there saying, "Okay, all these people doubting me, and it's just fueling his fire even more." He's probably like, "Okay, doubt me, keep doubting me, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Keep doubting me." So
Yeah, Paul.
he probably likes
Very
that.
good, Chuck. Sorry.
He probably
Chuck?
likes that. So
You good, Chuck? You good? All right. Go ahead, Paul.
all right, this one goes out to all you guys. Our boy Trey is from North Dakota, so let's just kind of pump the brakes for a little bit. Like, he didn't play in the SEC or the Big 10 or the Big 12 and play against the best competition in the world. He has all the talent in the world. We all know this, though. So let's let this type of talent groom before we just throw him to the wolves. That's my comment to Kay. Let's just be honest about this and just keep it cool. Let's just put all our boys in place. I love him. I love his talent. I think the future's great. But let's just, kind of just, let's just know what kind of divisions we're talking about when we're talking about the players that we all talked about with the Mahomes and the Josh Allens and all these other guys. So let's just kind
Josh
of
Allen
just
played in the same division. Wyoming that's the same division, bro.
second year.
Yeah.
He didn't
Steve
play in his
McNair
first
played
year.
Division
Second
Two.
year.
Then Rossenberger, like all those guys, and they came right out and started. So I'm just saying. Now what? I know there's a certain kind of quarterback they like to sit. They want him to sit. He needs more time. He needs more seasoning. So I'm just saying.
I mean, the thing is with you guys is I'm not even arguing the talent. My whole thing is there's a level of talent you play against, and you have to learn how to play against the better talent, and it's a stepping process.
But how do you do that? By playing, right?
I don't care who you are.
By playing, right? You don't play. You don't learn by watching. You learn by playing, right?
So look at Justin Fields with the Bears this year, gentlemen. Come on.
So it's his first year.
So
I feel like
you
Justin
would rather
Fields gonna
have a
struggle.
failure as your first year with your talent than somebody just learning the talent coming into the second year?
Bro. No matter what, if you fail, you're getting experience. Look at Kobe. He airballed twice against the Utah Jazz in the playoffs. Everybody thought he was trash.
Yeah,
but
let's
not talk basketball.
I agree with that. I agree with that though. It's not even about the wins and losses for the season. It's about getting that experience. So,
that's just honest to God. I'm just keeping it real, gentlemen. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay. Now, final thought from me is I'm looking forward into Trey Lance. I'm done with Jimmy G. He's out of here. Our backup will come when it comes. That's all we gotta say. I mean, we can say name after name after name after name. It's all up to what Shannon wants.
It's Trey's show going forward, Ryan.
Oh yeah. I got you. So basically that's where I'm at, and I know we'll be back on Monday, and hopefully Mark and Troy will be with us. That way we can do a full show again. But I want to thank you all for coming in here, for your time. Thanks for the comments. Thank you all for the comments. And basically, let's go Niners. And that's really all I got for you guys. And that's what we're going to be at.
You welcome me back, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll welcome you back. Hell yeah, you come back here you want.
Okay.
Hey, for sure. You definitely need to come back.
I know, man. Me and you aren't done talking. I already know.
Keep on going ding, ding, ding.
We got some more talking. But right, so tomorrow, right, Ryan?
Yeah. Around 3 p.m.
Okay. Cool. All right.
3 p.m. What?
I'm sorry. I'm actually doing a show with the UK guys.
Oh, okay.
United guys.
So three Pacific.
Yes, no, not Pacific. 3 p.m. Eastern. For you, it'll be 12 p.m. You'll probably be at work though. If you work on
I don't work Monday, but yeah, we'll see.
I know I do. I'm gonna do it on weekends. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it on the weekends. Since Mark and you and Troy are not available on weekends, I'm starting a new thing up with the UK guys and bring them in. So we do a couple hours with them. Cause I've been wanting to start up with them for a long time now. So
Perfect.
So if Jizzle, if you want to come in, it's up to you. Up to you and Paul. Up to you guys.
Yeah, I'll do a couple of. I'll go on with those guys.
We're in.
But yeah.
For 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
We're in.
We could do it. Monday.
No. Saturday and Sundays. Only on Saturday and Sundays. I'm doing with the UK guys for Saturday and Sunday. This weekend. Just weekends with them.
I'm in.
Then it's us on Friday and Mondays.
Yeah.
So
Mondays for me is going to be a little bit hard, but the rest I'm in.
Yeah. Cool enough for me, man. It's all good. So I'll let you guys know on text message and everything. All right.
All right.
What we're doing. All right.
Sir.
All right, guys. See you later, guys. All right. Have a great night.
Love it. Thank you, guys.
Later on.
All right.
Later.
Catch y'all later.
Later on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have been watching Always Faithful 24/7. I want to thank you all for coming in here, for your comments and everything. So basically, I want to thank Jizzle and his boy Paul, and then of course Chuck, and of course a newcomer, let's call him Marvin. Sorry, man, Maverick. I want to thank you very much for coming in here, doing your thing, man. Welcome to our podcast. You know, I'm so happy about this going on. And basically, and then yes, I'm starting a new thing up with UK guys from Shank Club, and a couple of their guys want to come over to our show and talk football with us and all kinds of stuff. So basically, that's how we're going to do it. I know I see you guys still on there, so if you that's all good. You guys listen to us too. But basically that's how I'm doing this, and I know some of my guys can't make it on weekends, so I just want to expand it to the weekends. That's basically what my plan was. And the guys that are in UK, they have a different time difference, and that's the reason why I was making it from 3 p.m. for Eastern, because it's 8 p.m. for them. So by the time I get to 5 o'clock p.m., it'll be 10 o'clock for them. Or am I right on that? Yeah, about 10 o'clock. So it'll be bedtime for them. So that's the reason why I'm starting at around 3 p.m. or so. So basically, I want to thank you all for coming in here, do your thing, and, I'm happy where it's going right now, and just basically just want to expand it. And I'm not taking nothing away from Nick from Shank Club. I'm definitely not taking nothing from him at all. He started that thing. He started me up. So I'm very happy for what he did for me. So congrats to Nick on that. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Really. Seriously. So yes. So basically I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow when I do the show, you'll know exactly what I'm calling it. I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm gonna surprise everybody what I'm gonna call it. Okay? So we'll see you guys on your side, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon around 3 p.m. All right? All right, guys.